the final time as high school athletes, the top seniors from around the area, hit the gridiron here at the fabulous Colt Corral for the prestigious NCOFCA North-South All-Star Classic. It's going down here in just a couple of minutes, and you can only watch it in one place right here on the OH Report. It's live, it's free, and it's on the way. Next.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, it just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
It's the Burkhart Farm Center pregame show here in Bellville tonight for the North-South NCOFCA All-Star Classic. And here comes the team representing the South. I'm representing the OH Report for always. Brian Skowronski here alongside my good friend and color commentator, Zack Truax. Just an exciting night all the way around for these athletes. Getting to throw on the lid one last time. It's a lot different than other all-star events, Zach, because this truly is the last time that a lot of these guys will get out here with the armor on and do exactly what they're going to do tonight.
Yeah, all these guys out here are seniors. Some of them have plans to play at the next level. Some of them, this is just one last time to throw the pads on, have a little fun. Most of these guys have never been on a team with this much talent around them, especially the smaller school guys. So it's really fun for them, I think, to go out there and measure themselves against some of the bigger school guys. How do I really stack up? You know, some guys, football, they're still on the fence. They're Division III guys. They're thinking about going walking on Division III program. And so for some of these guys, they're going to come out here, maybe at a good camp, and it puts them on the top. Hey, this is what I want to do. Other guys, I think I've had enough football.
That's fair. Yeah, I think sometimes it takes this, maybe cracking the pads one more time. That's like, maybe I had my glory days and they're behind me now. But certainly a lot of lifelong friends typically can come out of this event. I've heard a lot of stories about those that are keeping in contact, that were in this game in the 90s, 2000s, and still today they're friends because of the brotherhood that they got to come together and perform here on one night. So we're taking a look at the South right now here, Zach. So your coach, CJ Wessler, a Pleasant first-year guy. You're coming in here. You get a couple of days to get your hands on this squad and this roster. What are you doing to try to get the most out of this bunch of great athletes?
Well, obviously for me, I think going into this game, Gabe Ivey is the crown jewel for the North or for the South squad, the blue team on offense. I've got to figure out a way how to get him the ball and let him be an athlete. So, you know, I've talked about this a lot off the air. designing a run game is like writing a symphony, and designing a pass game is a little bit like row your boat.
Yeah.
And so the coaches got to simplify a blocking scheme, get Gabe Ivey the ball, feed him the rock, let him do some work, and let the other guys compliment him off that.
And we didn't even rehearse this, but one of our player spotlights tonight is indeed Gabe Ivey. This dude, we covered him each of the last 3 seasons, every single game that they had at Gallion. He's such a dynamic playmaker and runner, always got that smile, sometimes a great mustache as well, which I think can go a long way, Zach. So first team All-MOAC performer, and for good reasons, almost 8 yards per clip when he touches the rock.
You know, obviously he's a great running back, but every great running back will tell you, it's my line, it's my O-line.
Facts.
So he had a great O-line there.
Did.
What can Gabe Ivey do behind a line he's never played behind, who collectively might be better talent-wise than what he played behind, but as a group, they've never played together.
He's also got another running back in the backfield with him, Logan Toms of Lucas. I find this is going to be very interesting, and we were talking about it just about a moment ago off air. Just what's it going to look like when he's got a little bit of space and he's not in that jumbled backfield that he's accustomed to playing under Scott Spitler?
So will Coach Wessler, will he put Toms and Ivy in the backfield at the same time? That would be a great combination to put back there. You could use one as a decoy, give the ball to the other one, lead block, all those great things. Reminds you a little bit like Bo Jackson and Marcus Allen for the Raiders. It's obviously a lot smaller than that, but it puts you in that same kind of mindset because both those guys were such standouts at their high schools and at their level.
So that 1-2 punch for the South will be really fun to watch. And another running back that they're not going to have tonight, but Braylon Jarvis, also a part of the roster here from Hillsdale. And this guy not only got it done as a running back, but also as a defensive player where he was outstanding. Over 100 tackles last year, All-Ohioan, and going to be playing tomorrow in the baseball state semifinals, so electing not to be here tonight. Actually, I think he's over at Hillsdale where Travis Berardi is for the softball alumni game, but this dude was the total package.
He was, the typical two-way player at a small school, dominating the games he was in. Very much deserved all-star jersey. It's too bad we don't get to see him here tonight, but he's on the bigger. He's got bigger and better things to take care of at Hillsdale.
Yeah, you can watch that broadcast tomorrow evening around 6:30. Falcons looking to go to the state championship for the second time in school history. So the kids over here on the north. A little bit different story for Taylor Nestor of Monroeville. He's got some dudes that not necessarily in the backfield that are split out wide that you probably try to utilize right away.
Coach Nestor has some absolute dudes from Shelby, Ohio. Got to watch those guys play against Glenville. And if you know how I said Mr. Ivy is the crown jewel on the offensive side for the blue squad, the South squad, it is Isaiah Ramsey, the beautiful Ashland University commit on the north side. If I am Coach Nestor, I am running max protect, go routes
all day.
At least every other play. At least every other play to Isaiah Ramsey. And then what do we get to see? I hate to jump ahead a little bit here, but what would I want to see more than anything? I want to see Jayante O'Brien one-on-one with Isaiah Ramsey.
Yes, little Richland County showdown right there.
I don't think those guys have ever played against each other.
Only in 7-on-7, so this would be the first time with helmets on, the pads,
right.
Showcasing the speed out there.
Listen, 7-on-7 is completely different than real football, so this would be the real thing. I really hope we get to see that matchup.
Throwing the ball to Ramsey tonight, Caden Holman of Upper Sandusky, another dog by his own right. And this kid, an All-Ohioan too. And you look at the overall statistics, not only just as a thrower, which we saw in pregame, excellent touch, he throws a nice deep ball, but this dude can take off and kill you too. 14 times he got in the end zone.
Man, watching, I'm not seeing Holman play, but watching him warm up, and he's standing on the 50, and he's throwing a beautiful deep ball, and it's hitting the receivers in stride as they're walking in the end zone, and he's put together, man. Yeah. This kid, this ain't your quarterback like you're going to chase around and tackle him easy. This kid gets loose. It's going to be tough to bring him down.
Holman, a true dual threat in every sense of the word, and protecting him tonight, Grayson Burgess of Crestview. And honorable mention, all-district performer. Kind of made his bones a little bit more this last year for Coach Haverdell as a defensive guy, but then also, I mean, they ran the crap out of the ball too with a first-year starter at quarterback. So thought it would be cool to highlight this guy. He brings a lot of juice down there on both sides of the football in the interior, and I know that you love them big boys.
I love the offensive linemen. I love defensive linemen. I really believe that's where football teams are built and put together. So really glad we can spotlight an OLD lineman. And the question is, where do they put him? Does he play offense? Does he play defense? They move him around because he's going to be a weapon. It's a big kid.
Yeah. Maybe a little bit of both. I think that's what's fun about tonight. I was talking on the phone with my friend who said that his nephew's about to be playing tonight and has never played cornerback before, but due to a deficit on the roster, he's getting the start tonight and going to be playing a lot of minutes, so you just never know what you're going to get thrown into here in this all-star event.
Mr. Skowronski, life is about get in where you fit in. You're in the all-star game. Find a way to get on the field and make some plays.
It doesn't matter where you make your impact here tonight unless you're one of those key guys, the crown jewels, as you like to put them. Of course, you know if you're going to be a running back or, of course, if you're the signal caller. And we've seen in years past some dominant performances from the quarterback position. The last two really come to mind. We saw Caden Shadone last year in a kind of a slugfest, 7-6 victory by the South, but he truly, at the end of the game, kind of put the team on his shoulders.
Man, when I was in the stands last year watching this game, Shadone, it was the first time I'd seen him play, and he was one of the quickest kids I've ever seen on the high school football field. The way he could change direction, get east and west, north and south, make those cuts, he was so elusive.
And then he followed up a year where Marshall Shepard of Shelby threw 3 tutties, and I believe that his head coach was the head coach that night, so it kind of paid dividends, of course. Anytime you got that continuity going with your staff, and they like to spread it out, of course, over at Shelby with their latest coaching staff. And here are members of the North squad and now the South squad entering out on the field. It's pretty cool what they do here. Everyone gets their own introduction. It's not just the starters. Every dude that's been elected an all-star gets their time to trot across the field solo and have their name called.
It's a pretty cool event. My son played this last year and had a blast. Had an absolute time. Like you said, made some great friends. Got to play with guys that from Hillsdale, so he played with guys in travel ball from Hillsdale, and that was the first time he'd ever got to play with them in football, and that was a special night for my JABC baseball family, who I see more of those guys here tonight as well.
Yeah, it's an interesting time of year, of course, for a football game. It is kind of baseball season right now, so for these guys watching in the pregame, see a little bit of drops. Guys still trying to get comfortable again after, the football season. Even though the preseason a little bit shorter now than it used to be, you still would have 3 weeks where you've had that experience 2-a-days. You've had the lid on a bunch. You know what it's like to have that full armor on. These guys probably been running around in shorts and a helmet the last few days, and then to put the whole attire on here, Zach, it's just a little bit different feeling, especially with the June weather.
Shorts and a helmet, and let's just say the practice atmosphere not quite as intense as the preseason practice atmosphere. And everyone sees these guys catch footballs and they make it look so easy, but there are months of work that go into that. Yes. Building that timing with your quarterback. True. Understanding his velocity on his passes, and you're thrown out there with a guy you've never caught passes from, so you're probably going to see a few dropped balls tonight that guys would normally never drop. And so you're going to see that a little bit. So it's always a fun time, a great atmosphere, great event. Get to see kind of the best on the best.
Yes.
And the kids really do have fun with it. I'm sure we'll see more than one after the play personal foul, because the high school guys like to have a little fun jawing too, right? So the referees, there'll be a period where the referees let a little bit of it go, and then we're gonna start seeing the hankies getting tossed and guys getting sent off to the sidelines.
I do appreciate in this game that you're allowed to have celebrations a la the NFL. So
yes.
These guys, if they come up with some choreography throughout the week, and obviously TikTok and all the trends out there, these dudes know them, and I'm expecting there to be some pretty sweet moves here. As, hey, we got our own out here. Well, we're lighting things up as Aiden Color is getting ready to do the same here to kick things off.
Fans at home, do not panic. Those fireworks are not on the field.
As that wraps up our Burkhart Farm Center pregame show, and we are underway. Kick will end up out of the back of the end zone. And we'll see the North with the football first. Don't have the starters with us here, so we'll have to wait and see. We know Caden Holman, of course, going to be out there under center to get things started. We presume Ramsey's going to be on the perimeter. But who else are they going to have here in this package?
Yeah, your quarterback is the number 3 from Upper, Caden Holman. Yeah, we saw him tossing the ball around quite a bit. There's a no blitz rule in this game, but also that's something else that gets thrown out about 5 minutes into the game.
Sure. And yeah, the referees don't fully enforce that either.
Yeah, it's not going to be really well or really harshly penalized. So you'll see some linebackers in the backfield real quick.
I think they normally give it like the 3 Mississippi count, and then they're like, okay.
Yeah.
So they'll come out shotgun 4 wide. Ramsey in the slot here to the near side.
Ramsey and Lance on both sides. Oh, here we go. Deep ball. This one to Lance.
Yeah, that's Casey Lance right wide out on the perimeter. And great 1-2 punch. Excellent athletes. And Casey, I think, since football season has probably gotten about 3 inches taller. I mean, this dude's right around 6'6", 6'7" now. Another AU commit. So I think that's pretty cool. I believe they're going to be roommates in college their freshman year. So we got one on the basketball floor. Might be able to get Isaiah to, come over, see what he thinks.
No, Isaiah. We're not wasting time with basketball.
Just focus on the pigskin.
Yeah. Isaiah's going to concentrate on football. Ramsey goes to the far side now.
And Ethan Hill in the slot here on the near side, one of Holman's teammates during the high school year. And he'll fake it and keep it himself. Here's Caden spinning and winning some extra yards out across the 30.
My man Holman got through the first layer of tacklers and lowered the shoulder on the safety coming up to make the tackle.
Yeah, you mentioned he's pretty put together. He's about 195 pounds, and he looked pretty trim when I seen him in the baseball tournament against Clearfork a couple weeks back.
Logan Toms is a heck of an athlete, right? But he ain't never seen anyone like Holman run through the line, the quarterback that big come at him. Nice tackle by Toms on that play.
Yeah, Tom's a really sure tackler, 4-year starter for Lucas. And it's 3rd down now. They need 4. Again, they'll spread it out. This time the give straight ahead. And nowhere to go for Skylar Winter. So a lot of Shelby dudes getting some touches here in the early going. But it'll be 4th down and a punt on the way.
And we talked
K-Mac Plus in the building. How we doing, bro?
70. Cameron Coble on the tackle from Fredericktown. We talked about how it's tough to come up and work together as a unit blocking. Coble right there, just from the defensive line spot, just blew through and made the tackle in the backfield.
And I think what's been the beauty of this game, 2 of the last 3 years, it's been the defenses that have been the true superstars, Zach, without question.
Without question. It's a defensive battle because it is so tough to put together an offensive game plan in such a short period of time, whereas defense, it is all about going and making a play.
Not a great punt unleashed here, so it'll be excellent field position for the South. They'll be just 54 yards-ish away from pay dirt. And it looks as though, trying to see who's going to be starting at quarterback for them here tonight. Probably Duke Reese of Mansfield Sr. And he was out here early. He was the first player on the field that wasn't a kicker getting warmed up tonight. So I think he knew he was getting the nod, probably had a good week at practice, and he's going to want to sling it to some of these great weapons.
Yeah, Duke Reese, great career at Mansfield Sr. Really tough kid. Battled through adversity early in his career.
Yeah. And
really came on towards the end, was a very solid quarterback.
Yeah, he's put on some nice size as well, I think, after his senior season. Continued to get in the weight room. Key contributor on the basketball team, and here he is. He's going to hand it off on 1st down.
Gabe
This will
Ivy.
be Ivy.
Yeah, 5 yards on the first carry, boy. In an all-star game, that was a pretty good-sized hole. Ivy ran through, and I think, yeah, all we're doing, the South squad, they're just kind of zone blocking, putting a hat on a hat, and the uncovered offensive lineman just climbing up to a linebacker there. That's exactly what I would have done, too, as a coach. We're going to zone block the guy in front of you. We know if you're running right or running left, right, and just cut him off and keep it simple. Run the ball. Keep it simple.
It's going to be Ivy again in the backfield, moving in motion here. Grayson Bias of Ontario. And they'll keep it in the hands of Gabe. Falls forward here. Minimal gain, though, this time. Maybe about a yard.
Tackled by Preston Martin of Madison.
One really neat thing about this game is I think I read there's been 42 total teams that have been represented in this over the years. This year, I think almost 30. So there's a lot of different dudes from a lot of different communities and cultures all coming together for one night of action.
Yeah. A lot of these guys have known each other for years and never got to either play against each other or play on the same teams. It's a fun time.
See if they let Reese put it in the air here, 3rd down. Instead, again, they're going to run it straight ahead, and first down yardage picked up here by Ivy.
Man, my man Ivy having a game already.
Holden Hunter with a block there at the end, and how big is his teammate? 295, 6'3" is what he's listed at, and check this out on the Sutton Bank replay. Dude on the left side opens up the hole and then gets to the next level.
5, who's 5? 5 got a great block. Grayson Bias, Ontario, man, had an absolute beautiful block to spring that too.
8.5 minutes remaining here in the opening quarter. First drive for the South. Just moved the chains, the first down of the night.
Casey Swank, the Clear Fork product at the wideout spot, looking for him.
Reese is a lefty on the loads here near sideline, and that's
give
Swank
it to
with the
him.
grab. Look at you identifying the play before it happens. And a big applause, of course, here on his home turf.
I think when you look at that replay, Swank, yeah, they gave each other a long look right there. If you're a defender and you see a quarterback look at a receiver that long, hey, guess what? We know where the ball's going. They gave each other a nice long look. The old lefty there slung the ball down. First down. The South squad moving the ball well.
At the 29-yard line, back-to-back first downs picked up. Ivy on the hip here of Reese. Trips to the left, and it's going to be a design quarterback run all the way. How about the Duke hitting the hole? But he's able to get decent yardage, about 5 more.
Ryan Fox on the tackle.
Willard Flash coming in, and bam.
Well, I'm surprised we haven't seen more Isaiah Beck for the North squad. He was really an absolute stud against Glenville. Where is Beck on the field right now? 14.
Don't see him right now, but it's a long night, Zach. These kids in this heat probably going to get tired. As here's the carry for Chase Studer. Another kid who had a great career in all MOAC choice this past season for Ontario, and arguably the best season in their program history.
Braxton Baylog with a nice tackle there on that play.
Yeah, that was nice. Textbook stuff right there.
That was I think that was the first play the South squad has run that went for 0 yards. Or was that a first down? They got first and 10 now.
Enough to move the sticks.
Okay, gave enough to move the sticks.
So it's a fresh set here, and it looks like a little bit of confusion. But again, they'll run with trips here to the near side. Studer in the backfield, and we're going to get a timeout. Coach Wessler saw that things were getting a little bit jumbled up. Guys were kind of looking like, am I supposed to go here, Coach? So, burn one of these timeouts, talk things over. Maybe see what they got at the concession stands. I know my boy's been over there a couple times already. Blew all of his funds before the game even kicked off, Zach.
Got to go hungry the rest of the night. Got to go hungry the rest of the night.
You know what? You got to learn lessons sometimes.
Got to learn lessons. Got to learn some lessons the hard way, man. Don't blow it on the big league chew and the soda. You got to get a hot dog or a hamburger in there somewhere. Maybe some popcorn, but you have to get the real substance.
Get the protein,
yes.
Ease into the night. I try to warn them, but you know how that goes with kids.
You got to learn a lesson the hard way sometimes.
You do. Well, nice drive being issued here by Duke Reese, who got All-Ohio honorable mention this last year. And an awesome season, of course, for the Tigers again, making it multiple weeks into the postseason. Reese, 22 touchdowns, a career high for him. And really, 3-year starter. You don't get that a ton at Mansfield Senior, a program of that caliber, and he just seemed to get better and better the last couple of years, cleaned up some of the mistakes, and certainly his senior campaign, he saved the best for last.
He did, and Chokey Bradley, hats off to him, because every year I think, okay, they're out of dudes, right? And they just they have 2-year starters, 3-year starters, and here they come again.
Just like these guys.
Yeah, my producer just pointed out the Toms family. He's like, they seem to reload too. They got to be running out of Toms though at this point.
Nice run by 24 there.
Yeah, 24 on 24. John Kirby with the tackle.
Chase Studer, the ball carrier out of Ontario. Nice little run there. Boy, and he had great. The South squad has had some nice holes on the right side, kind of that, I call it the 4-hole, just off the right hip of the right guard. They've gashed the red squad here 2 or 3 times. Look for them to come back right there to that play, and looks like Gabe Ivey's getting a rest. I got to believe they're going to go to 31 here in the slot. He's got soft coverage. He can run a little slant across the middle.
Instead, it'll be Studer again. And he's met in the backfield, able to dip his way out of the contact, though, and shift forward for a gain of a couple. So 3rd and short on the way. First trip into the red zone for either team.
I really thought Swank was going to get the ball right there on a pass. He lined up in the slot, and it looked like the defensive back was playing about 10 yards off the ball on the 13-yard line. So giving up that quick inside slant. If that safety gets pulled up at all, that's going to be wide open for a touchdown.
And you wonder, as a quarterback in a game like this, how much aptitude do you have to just be like, you know what, Casey, that long eye contact like you talk about?
Well, if you're the coaches, you've got to see that, because look, they've got no safeties back right now. So if he can beat his man across the middle, he's going to be open. They send him to the corner.
Yeah, it was one-on-one on the outside, but it slips through the hands that time. Lincoln Tyrell, the intended target.
Yeah, Swank was wide open in the other corner screaming for the football.
Yeah, so it looked like Reese was kind of fixated on that matchup over there on the right.
So you're the blue, the South squad. Do you know it's been a defensive battle most years? Do you kick the field goal if you don't get it here, or do you go for the touchdown?
Well, this 4th down, baby. It looks like they're rolling
third
the
down.
dice.
Third down. This is 3rd down. This is 4th. They got 3rd on the field.
Well, this is 4th and 4.
4th and 4.
And they're going to run it with Studer. Gutsy move
Gets
to the
corner.
outside. He'll have it, lower the shoulder, and forced out after a nice pickup.
Gavin Fry. Gavin Fry, thank you, keeping Studer out of the end zone. Nice one-on-one tackle by Fry right here. Looks like he's got it. Boom, stands him up. Help arrives. Nice
Studer
job.
with the speed to break away from Baylog, who had a nice line coming at him, but then Chase just kind of zoomed out of there, beat him to the corner. Big play, 1st and goal here from the 4.
I got to imagine they're going to run the quarterback right up the middle.
He's going to play action. Looking to throw end zone, and everybody wide open. Nobody covered. Touchdown North, and they hook up with Hayden Klein of Highland. Actually, the South, sorry.
South, the blue score. What's it say, blue and red?
Oh, and row, row, row the boat.
Row, row, row the boat.
That's kind of what you said was going to be the offensive game plan tonight, and they execute in the end zone there with the celebration after the touchdown.
Really nice play design there. That they run. They put a receiver in motion as eye candy and send him to the corner of the end zone. The quarterback looks at him first, then comes back to the middle for the touchdown. Really nice play design and nicely executed too, by the Mansfield senior quarterback. They got that right.
Duke Reese.
Duke Reese, thank you. Mansfield senior quarterback Duke Reese. Reese did a great job of staring down the motion man at first, and that pulled all the defense to the right, and that freed up his guys in the middle of the field. And like you said it, he could have taken his pick, whoever he wanted to throw the ball to. There are about 4 guys wide open.
Everybody was just kind of doing jumping jacks in the end zone. Pick me, pick me. Yeah. And the first touch of the night is a good one here for the Tutty and Hayden Klein, who a killer baseball player as well. Highland, another great run into the regionals, and deciding, I'm going to go out and show out for the last time as a football guy. And that's what I love most about this game. We didn't have very many touchdowns last year, Zach, just 2 of them. But these guys with the choreography, it allows them to put, some of that flair out there on the field. And I'm really hoping that one of these cool trends and dances takes off and that we see a team try to do some choreography. Why not?
Why not? So the North squad going to get the ball again. I don't think they overthink it this time. I think they're going to put Ramsey on an island and let him run a go route at least one time.
Oh, was that extra point good? Thought he missed it.
No, he got it. It squeaked through. It squeaked through.
I wrote down 6-0. I got an update.
Oh, short kick. That's interesting. As well as your defense is playing. Goes out of bounds. Really smartly done by the kickoff return team, letting that go out of bounds. So the red squad going to get the ball on the 35-yard line. I mean, as well as your defense is playing, I think I put that one in the end zone too, because there's if it's the same as last year, you can't return the ball. Wherever you catch it, if you catch it inside the 20, you get it 20. If you catch it on the other side of 20, you get it where you catch it, or unless it goes out of bounds, you get it 35.
How do you feel about the referees out here in shorts?
Hey, it's they're here. I doubt they're getting much scratch for calling this game, and keeping some of these guys under control is a long night. So I don't begrudge them one bit for wearing shorts when it's this warm.
Makes me feel like I'm watching the Live Tour or something out there. Still professional, but kind of more like a mullet or something. A little bit of party in there mixed as well.
I don't think Ramsey's on the field. Who we got at the receiver spot for the North squad now? South squad. I'm sorry, the North squad. Pardon.
Got Ethan Hill in the slot. He's going to be a lead blocker. Holman's going to call his own number. And a nice swarm here by the South. And a big crack at the end. Tom's in there. And how about Casey Swank delivering the knockout blow?
Casey Swank playing both ways. Logan Toms really representing the Lucas squad well. Comes up. There's another big collision, man. Toms and Holman have had some 2 big collisions so far tonight.
7-yard pickup for Holman. So they'll break the huddle here. They'll send the lone man up top, William Klaus of Calvert. And actually, they'll spread out 3 wide now. Holman, 2-step drop. Rolls, looks, and just got to chuck this one away. Caught by an assistant coach, though, here by the South. Nice grab.
I have not seen number 7, O'Brien from Mansfield Senior. I have not seen him on the field yet for the South squad.
May not be here tonight. And yeah, that was the lucky recipient.
We got 3rd down in medium range, so the playbook's wide open here. Obviously, Holden's been your stud so far. Bias is in the backfield again. And Rams at the bottom of the screen. Oh.
And he's going to go down in the backfield. Holman gobbled up. Well done. A couple defenders breaking in. Carmelo Smith, one of them for the Tigers.
The South tried to run a little zone read there, and the quarterback and the running back saw something different here because Holman was really surprised he still had the ball. Oh, I still got it. And he tried to break it to the outside. Great job by the North squad defense, and we've got another punt. And I'd like to tell you the punter's name, but he's got his jersey tucked up. I can't see his number.
Let's keep it a mystery here for you, Zach. Didn't have a very good punt the first attempt, and they're going to trot somebody on here late.
That's a better punt.
Yeah, much better. Decent liftoff. And the punter is John Kirby of Western Reserve.
Kirby was a good punt that time.
So it'll be a longer field to travel this time for the South, coming off of a touchdown drive. It looks like Reese again will stay in there under center. I noticed Jameer Dotson, fellow Tiger, going to be helping lead at the left tackle spot.
Dude, Jameer Dotson is one of the best run blocking linemen I've seen at the high school level in a long time. He does a great job of blocking his guy, climbing to the next level, finding a linebacker. Just a really tough kid.
He has been a beast the last couple of seasons for the Tigers, and you see he's got the size to go along with that passion, that drive when he's in there. From the gun, here's Reese. 4 wide set, looking right. Now shifts this way. He's going to load up, go deep, fires, and it's caught. What a throw, and out of the backfield, I think this is Gabe Ivey.
Gabe Ivey. It's your dude, man. We said he's a playmaker. Get him in space, get him the ball. And the South squad really fortunate not to get a holding call right in the middle of the field. Let's see who gets held here. It was pretty egregious right there, yeah.
It's a little sling down.
58 getting away with one.
Oh, we don't even have 58 on the roster, so he's concealing his identity for good reason.
Even better, right? If you're gonna get seen holding, at least don't have your name on the roster, so he can't call you out. Hey, but he got away with it, so if he doesn't get called, it's not really holding.
If they don't throw the flag, it doesn't matter. And how about some Lucas royalty here in the house tonight? You were giving him a hard time, telling him stay down in front a little bit earlier. As they fake it to Ivy, they come back here. Actually, this is Ivy with the football. They had the fake to Skylar Wolf.
No, was that Wolf? They said Wolf on the end around, but that was Ivy, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was definitely Gabe, who's making big impact. I mean, this dude, we spotlighted him for a reason. We've seen him on the OH report the last few years, and, I mean, the numbers speak for themselves. But in a setting like this, I think a dude like Mr. Ivy, obviously, he can show out.
He is absolutely having a game. Running the ball, catching the ball, just being a playmaker. We said get him the ball and get him in space, let him make plays.
Got Hayden Klein out wide. He's got the touchdown. They're going to throw underneath the swank. Drug down right away, but not until after about 5-yard pickup. Heath Jensen.
Heath Jensen on a nice tackle in the open field right there.
Yeah, if he doesn't swallow him up here, he's got to make a charge as well. And spins him down. Probably a couple extra yards for Mr. Swank. And Casey, I recently learned at Clearfork graduation this last couple of weeks. I mean, really smart kid. He spoke. He had all of the different tassels and stuff going on. Like I did not know.
Those are called honor cords. I know you and I never got one, but that's what those are called.
Yeah, that's even the name of them was above my head. Throw to the sideline.
Well, that might be intercepted. Oh, out of bounds.
Try a little toe drag swag for William Keppel. Referee said he was a little bit out. Let's see.
Well, that was close.
Skirt.
Ooh. The referee had a great. The referee was in the perfect spot for that. Make that call.
And he wasn't focused on his sweaty legs.
You know, it's pretty cool. So some of the, like what Keppel's got going on, he'll take some of the stickers of opposing teams that they're playing with, and they'll just kind of slap them all on the lid there. They're representing more than just their team tonight.
Some people are a fan of that. Some people are not.
It sounds like maybe you're not.
I would be in the or not category.
Okay, tell me more.
Well, you know, you play for your team. You're representing your team. Oh, beautiful tackle.
Woo. Duke Reese swallowed up right in the middle of the field.
66 was in on that.
Pop. That was Braxton Baylog, though, that kind of made the initial contact.
Man, beautiful tackle. Let's see who gets the initial pop here on this replay. Yeah. Looks
three
like
different guys,
yeah,
actually.
3 different guys. 16 was in on that, too.
Cole Ackerman of Monroeville.
William Keppel. Nice pop there to stop the drive. We're at 4th down.
Yeah, that'll do it for the first quarter, though. Zach, I'm taking the microphone. I'm heading down to the sideline. I'm going to catch up with some of these athletes. So second quarter's all yours, buddy.
Talk to you soon.
Looking forward to it. All right, after a quick commercial break, we'll be back. More All-Star football action on the way.
Are you ready for the comeback?
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Truax back here on OH Report down in the valley for the North Central Ohio All-Star game. And right here you see Duke Reese, the first play out, coming out on 4th down, rolls to his left. He's got a man open in the end zone, throws it deep, and just a beautiful pass break up there. Almost a touchdown for number 13 from the blue squad. That would have been Hayden Klein, almost coming down to the end zone, but the blue squad turns it over on down to the red North squad. On 1st down here, the North squad takes over at the 16-yard line. Caden Holman stays in at quarterback. He's been an animal back there. In at running back this time, number 21, Skylar Winters. Beautiful play. Beautiful defensive play by number 77 of the blue squad, Braden Spittler of Lucas. Great individual effort there by Spittler to break up that play. Ran a little fake with a quarterback keep. Spittler having none of it. Beautiful breakup. 2nd down and 11 looks like for the North squad.
You should sneak in a plug of your wrestling show since Brian's not.
Let's see if the North squad goes to the air on this one. And they do. Got a man open. It's our man Ramsey. There it is. I said it in pregame. Get one-on-one. Throw it to Ramsey deep. Good things are going to happen, and it certainly did on that play. The red North quarterback from Upper Sandusky rolls out. Holman rolls out and throws it deep to my man, AU commit Isaiah Ramsey on the big pickup. 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line, from the blue 49-yard line for the red North squad. I'd do it again. I'd run the same play. Max protect, throw it deep to Ramsey. Holman with the ball, flares it out. That was William Klaus of Calvert on the reception. Nice run after catch for Klaus. It'd be 2nd down and short. Boy, the blue squad came out, put on a beautiful drive to start the game, and now the red squad having a drive of their own, really catapulted by the long ball to Ramsey. He was covered well and just came up with a beautiful Moss-like play. We're going to go to Skowronski. He's with Mansfield Seniors quarterback Duke Reese. What you got for us, Brian?
All right, I've got Duke Reese here, Mansfield senior quarterback, and accounting for the only touchdown so far tonight. So let's go back to that touchdown play. Everybody seemed like they were open in the end zone. How did you narrow it down and make the throw?
I just got out on my rollout, and I seen all my guys open. I just picked one who was most open, and I got it to him. We scored, We got to have a better second drive, but we'll get it together.
That 4th down play, what was the call and what were you looking for there on that toss to the end zone?
It was a hitch in the corner, and I was looking for my corner guy, but they sat on it, so the guy that ran the hitch had turned up, and we just didn't complete the pass.
Just as far as a game plan for a quarterback, obviously you're a guy very structured. Do you want to know a lot of different things? When you just only got a couple of days of practice, what kind of playbook are we working with here tonight?
Just very simple, basic plays, just muscle memory, try and get it down. That's about it.
All right, man. Looking forward to watching you perform out here. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
All right, we'll send it back up to Zack.
Zack Truax back up here in the booth. After a beautiful long drive that was going for the red squad, they've been a little stymied here. It's 4th and short, and they're going to go for it. I got to believe if I'm the red squad, I'm going to run my quarterback, Caden Holman, right up the middle. Either that or give it to one of the running backs, but Holman's been a stud for him so far. To the air. Lance on the catch. Also another AU commit for basketball, Casey Lance, with a beautiful little out route, and he's probably the tallest kid on the field, uses that length on that little out route to go up, climb the ladder, and make a gorgeous catch to make a 1st down for the red squad. Really impressed with Caden Holman this whole game, running and passing. I think first down. I think I'm going Ramsey deep again in the end zone. Oh, Holman in trouble. Squirts out of it, throws it away. Great job by Holman just to throw it away. Number 70, Cameron Krobel from Fredericktown on the pressure. Along with 77, Braden Spittler. Spittler has been all over the field for the blue squad so far. We're going to send it back down to Brian Skowronski. He is with Mount Gilead's Mitchell Sayers.
All right, got a big second down play here as I'm hanging out with Mitchell Sayers and watching Isaiah Ramsey catch a nice ball to the outside. But a nice start for you guys. You get off, you get the touchdown, you march down the field. Just how good did that feel out of the gates?
Felt good. Best I can say is it's nice to get ahead early, especially when you were on defense first and you get the ball at half, so it's nice.
Football in summertime, a little unusual, of course, coming out here in June. Getting back acclimated to just having all the armor on and the helmet. How many days did this take for you, or do you still feel like this is normal?
You kind of practice a little bit, so it's all right. But the best part is definitely interacting with your teammates and getting some new stickers that you're not really used to, so it's nice. So.
Yeah, I think it's nice too. Zach Truax said maybe not so cool to share the stickers. I think it's awesome. Is there any particular teammate that you were really excited to share the field with here tonight?
Yeah, I was excited to share it with Ho-Ho. Ho-Ho's nice. It's nice to have someone my size to compete with, so it's kind of cool.
Any individual accolades or anything that you're trying to accomplish when you're on the field?
Not really. Just trying to have some fun.
All right, man. Go out there, have a good time.
Yep, thanks.
All right, Mitchell Sayers, man. Send it back up to Zach.
Thanks a lot, Brian. We'll have to find out who exactly Ho-Ho is. That's going to be the mystery for the rest of the game, who Ho-Ho is. But that was a good matchup for Mitchell Sayers, I guess. Love the nicknames. But we got 3rd and short. I did not get a chance to see who called timeout here. We'll check the scoreboard. Both teams with 2 timeouts left, so it must the red North squad called timeout to go over the game plan here, what to do. For me, it's all about Caden Holman. I would try and find a way to run him up the middle and create a play, or roll him out and find Isaiah Ramsey down the field. Those two, we need to get them hooked up more often if I am the red squad. So now we're going to kick it back down to Brian. He is with the Galleon Tigers. Gabe Ivey, the crown jewel in the crown for the blue squad. Brian, let's hear from Gabe Ivey.
Yeah, one of the offensive stars so far on the night. Gabe Ivey, really a versatile threat out here. So just getting back into football feeling, having some big runs, nice big catch. How cool has this been so far?
It's been pretty good, actually. I mean, we're pretty short on guys. I mean, some dudes came out, some dudes just didn't want to come back. But, I mean, the dudes that we have, for being so short-staffed, it's actually so fun playing with these guys, and we're doing so good. And, you know, all these guys are a bunch of dogs. It's so fun to play with them. I mean, it feels a little different coming back to it because, you know, we weren't hitting all week. But, like, I mean, you get used to it pretty fast. But, yeah, it's pretty fun out here.
Who would you say has kind of stood out at practice this week where you're getting to know him and you're like, man, this dude is a dog for real?
I played with Lincoln Tyrell, but for some reason he still had it, and he was being a dog for real. And, like, no, but all the Mansfield guys, I mean, they're doing great. Duke is such a good, versatile quarterback. It's insane watching other people that, you know, like, it's kind of like almost like a fantasy team. Like, people just get drafted, and you just, like, look at, like, oh, this is amazing, look at this. And it's pretty fun being a part of one of those teams because it's like a team that you would take to state, honestly. Like, it's just having all these versatile athletes. Like, they can do anything. You can have them go both ways. You can switch to a different spot, and it's amazing. It's so fun.
Is there anything individually that you're hoping to accomplish at some point tonight, or have you already?
Definitely want to break away for a touchdown. I mean, I gotta do the Ivy special, but you know, winning would also be fun. Like, even if I don't score, but I just like get us a first downer here and there, I'll be happy with that. You know, it's all about, it's team sport. I mean, I wouldn't be anything without my own line, so hopefully we just win out here.
And you got a few more touchdown celebrations all choreographed, or if that's even a real word. You ready for that?
I just remember in the beginning, like right before we were warming up, he was like, guys, first time we score a robo. I'm like, okay. So, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe do a robo again. Maybe do the bowling pins. You never know.
Okay. Maybe if we get the Ivy breakaway special, we'll find out.
Maybe.
All right.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Nice to meet you.
You too, bro.
Back up here in the booth to Zack Truax. I hope you fans saw it. On the red squad is marching, but man, Logan Toms with the absolute blast of the night. Something I like to call a woo hit, because he comes up, he makes a tackle, and the entire crowd goes woo. And this was a woo hit, folks. I want to highlight this real quick before we get back to the action. Logan Toms with the tackle of the night right here, coming up and laying the wood. Logan Toms with the woo hit of the night. Back to the live action here. The red team is driving, and it has absolutely been the Holman-Ramsey show so far. Holman bottled up now, throws it away. Out of bounds. Holman has done so well at keeping himself out of trouble, throwing the ball away, and Ramsey has been open about every other time he's been in. So I got to imagine we're going to see him in the end zone somewhere. He's in the game. If I'm Holman, I'm trying to find who's lined up over Ramsey and getting him the ball. 3rd and short, playbook's wide open. There's no way the red squad kicks a field goal here. They're going to be looking for a touchdown all the way. Ramsey in the slot. 2 guys over top of him now. They're really trying to cut that little slant off. So look for Ramsey to go to the corner of the end zone right here. There's the slant. Throws the ball on time. Oh! Great play. Great defensive play. Who's on defense, guys? Jersey tucked up. Oh, I can't tell. Great defensive play in the corner there by 13 for the blue squad. Hayden Klein all over the field tonight. Beautiful pass breakup, and it's 4th and short. Now you're a little more limited. I really think Coach Nestor is going to look to run Holman up the middle or bounce him again to the side on a little quarterback keep, maybe a zone read. So if you're the offensive line, it's about getting a hat on a hat and plugging up tacklers. Quick pass. Oh, beautiful hit again. I think they might have stopped him. Toms again, along with 0 for the blue squad. Nathan Wansick, another beautiful hit, and they forced the turnover. Great stick here. Once again, Logan Toms along with Wansick, beautiful tackle, stops that drive, and it looked like a for sure first down. Those 2 guys closing in. Logan Toms is your leader right now in the clubhouse for defensive back of the night, maybe even defensive MVP. He's been all over the field. Forces a turnover on downs, which a turnover on downs is in fact a turnover. So that's a beautiful play by those 2 guys. Blue squad comes out, and we're pretty much staying with the same lineup. Duke Reese still in at quarterback. Set off to him, Gabe Ivey. So we might see a little more of the Gabe Ivey show right now. And right now, we've got the man, Logan Toms, bringing the wood, absolutely laying people out. He's with Brian Skowronski. Brian, let's hear from the hitter.
All right, we got Logan Toms down here. Brother, there's some hitting going on for an all-star game tonight. You've been a big part of the last couple of hits. How much are you enjoying yourself being back here in the full pads and just laying some licks on some dudes?
I'm loving it, dude. I'd say I'm a defensive player over offense because I like bringing the hits to people rather than getting hit, but it's just a blessing to be out here one more time and land some hits and getting to play with some great players.
Looks like you guys having a ton of fun right now on defense. You know, everybody slapping hands, enjoying each other's company. Any particular dudes that you've been working with this week that you've already starting to build that bond and a friendship?
I mean, just a lot of them. There's a couple kids from Galleon that I recognized, and we've had some good conversations. Just everybody in the secondary, all the Pleasant kids. It's really just been a great week, and it felt awesome to get back out on the field.
Obviously, I've seen a bunch of your games. I knew that you were a great defensive specialist, but you're really known as a running back here in the area. Are you going to get any offensive reps tonight, or are you sticking on the defensive side?
I'm not sure. There's a lot of guys that couldn't play in the game this week, so kind of limited our secondary guys. So I took a lot of reps at safety this week and very little running back. So I guess if some guys get tired and I need to go in, I'll go in. But most likely, I probably won't be taking any tonight.
Just a typical Lucas answer. Just get in where you fit in, anywhere needed, right?
Yep.
All right, brother. We'll let you get back to the game. Thanks for the time.
Thank you.
Back to you, Zach.
Thanks, Brian. Boy, Duke Reese getting on his horse there a little bit. Second and long, had his guys covered up. He just went and created him for himself to create a first down for the Blue Squad after a beautiful stop on downs. They moved backwards a little bit, had a procedure call, and they came out on a second and long and had a beautiful play there. Now coming out for 1st and 10 on their 28-yard line, looks like. John Kirby in the slot now from Western Reserve next to Duke Reese. 4 wide. Boy, the Blue Squad getting a great job. The Blue Squad, the Blue Line, doing a great job pass protecting, by the way. Keeping a hat on a hat. It's much easier to pass block than it is run block. Reese had plenty of time, slung it out there for number 13 for the Blue Squad. That would be Hayden Klein. Klein's been all over the field tonight from Highland, making some nice stops on defense. Pretty much saved a touchdown in the corner of the end zone there, and then just almost open there for a long pass. 2nd and 10. Now the senior quarterback with 2 running backs next to him. A little lead play. 24 getting the ball. 24 for the Blue Squad. Chase Studer. That's 24 for the Blue Squad getting the ball. Nice little lead play there, running behind Grayson Baez. Baez, a heck of a wrestler. 3rd and 4. Boy, that was a beautiful executed lead play. Great job by Grayson Baez there on the block. And Studer stays in the game. Studer gets the ball again, showing a little wiggle. Up the middle, breaks a tackle. 1st down. The Blue Squad putting another drive on. Red Squad's got to figure it out on defense here a little bit. Nice job right there by Chase Studer. Boy, Duke Reese on the quarterback keep. Nice tackle. Boy, it had been some physical play.
Red team over here. Yep, got him.
Gabe Ivey checks back in the game for the Blue Squad after Chase Studer had some really nice runs. Boy, if you're the Blue Squad, you've got a beautiful 1-2 punch in Studer from Ontario and Ivey from Galleon. Ivey now in the backfield. Let's see if they keep it on the ground. The Blue Squad keeps it on the ground. Oh, there's a fumble. Ball's on the ground. Reese covers it up. We heard Isaiah Beck get his name called for the first time on the last play. He's an absolute dude for Shelby. If I'm the Red coach, if I'm the Red North Squad coach, I'm keeping that guy on the field on defense the rest of the game. Hayden Klein checks back in for the Blue Squad. Gabe Ivey in the offset next to Duke Reese. 3rd and long. Little screen pass here. Casey Swank from Clear Fork, the hometown kid, catching a beautiful little screen play there. Little middle screen here. Lineman released downfield. Nice hard run by the hometown guy, Casey Swank, for a 1st down. Keeping this Blue South Squad drive alive and chewing up some clock with 3 minutes to go until halftime. Well, I got to believe we're going back to my guy here, number 8 from Galleon, Gabe Ivey on this play. Oh, wide open. Oh, my gosh. Hayden Klein was wide open. We're going to go back down to the field. Brian Skowronski, he is with Caden Holman from Upper Sandusky.
Yeah, talking to Caden Holman down here, and some big boys over on the other side, man. There's a lot of hitting going on tonight.
Yeah, pads are popping, and it's just great to get back out here and have one last Friday night.
Trying to get that continuity as a quarterback, obviously, when you only got a couple of days of practice. What were the biggest challenges and hurdles to get over for you?
The biggest challenge was definitely knowing the plays and getting the calls down and all that, but it kind of clicked with us, getting to know all each other. We're all good friends now.
Anybody in particular that you feel like you just clicked with right away?
Jalen Ramsey, love him at wide receiver, and all my receivers, really.
All right, brother, you guys are behind on the scoreboard here, 2:45 to go. Hopefully you get the ball back. Do you already got a couple of plays scripted, or what's the game plan here if you get it back, 2-minute drill?
Hope we get it back, 2-minute drill, and we have a trick play we're hoping to run.
Ooh. Can't wait to see it. All right, that's Caden Holman. Throw it back up to you, Zach.
Yeah, if I'm creating the game plan here, if I get the ball back and I'm the red squad, I am going deep to Ramsey on every single play. That's it. That's max protect and throw it deep to Ramsey is what I'm going to do if the red squad gets the ball back. But right now, the blue squad putting on another really nice drive, just missing on a few passes. Hayden Klein just missed on a pass there. Now we got a hold, and that call's probably a bit long overdue. If you ask my humble opinion of a defensive guy, always bucking for the holding call. Gabe Ivey in the backfield next to Duke Reese. Wansick in motion. Hand off to Ivey. Turns the shoulders. The thing I love about Gabe Ivey is he's so good in space, but he is not afraid to turn those shoulders north and south and pick up the hard yards. Makes it 3rd down. We're going to kick it back. We going to kick it back down to Brian Skowronski now? We're going to kick it back down to Brian Skowronski for another sideline interview.
I've got the playmaker himself, Isaiah Ramsey, hanging out with me and already made a couple of nice plays here tonight. Just how cool is it to be back in the pads, running out around here with some dudes that you've been going against your whole career?
Oh, it's great, man. I mean, I played up in the other All-Star game in, Massillon, and, it was fun, but, I'm not with the guys who I play with or against every day and every week. And, this time, I'm with kids that live, 10 minutes away from me, kids that live 45 minutes away from me, and kids in my conference. So, it's really special.
Yeah, how much fun is this week, Ben, getting to know some of these new teammates of yours and trying to put together a game plan in about 2-3 days?
I mean, it's really fun. We have a lot of fun. I mean, we drive an hour up to Norwalk, and then after every practice, we'd go up to Sandusky and get Canes or Chick-fil-A, B-dubs. So, it was really fun. And, we really bonded together, too. I mean, us, Crestview, everyone on the team, we all went to eat, and, we all just joke around, and that's what makes this game so special.
You're going to be continuing your football and academic career at the University of Ashland, or Ashland University, rather. And Zack Truax, he takes a lot of credit for that. He's up in the booth right now. So if you just want to let him know, true or false, he is the reason that you're going to be an Eagle.
You are the sole reason I'm going to be an Eagle.
All right, Zack, I'm just going to leave it right there, buddy. Ramsey's there because of you. Cool. Thanks, bro.
Folks, you heard it here first. I am expecting season tickets now from Ashland University. Isaiah Ramsey signed with the Eagles after I said he would, in fact, look beautiful in purple and gold following the great game he had against Glenville. Glenville absolutely had their hands full, and they got some athletes trying to cover Ramsey on the edges. So I hate to take all the credit for him going to Ashland University, but it came from Ramsey himself. He said it. Back to the game, though. Enough about me. Duke Reese with the ball, looking deep. Go ahead. Scrambling around. A little backyard football. He's got a corner. Duke Reese with some room now. Can he get the first down? And he does. Duke Reese with his Johnny Manziel impersonation. Looked like he was going to go up the middle. Then broke it out to the left side. Right here. Well, wrong replay on that one. That was Bias run the ball. I'm sorry, that was not Bias. That was Gabe Ivey running the ball. First down, either way, first down, Blue Squad off a beautiful scramble by Duke Reese. Boy, 1:30 to go in the half, and the Blue Squad absolutely chewing up some clock. Beautiful play calling here. They've mixed the run, the pass really well. They look really good for a team that's only been practicing together for a week. Duke Reese on the rollout now. Dumps it off. Casey Swank with another great reception. Swank having a great game. Boy, it's going to be tough to decide between Swank or Isaiah Ramsey for receiver of the game. Both of them are having absolutely gorgeous games. And that makes another first down for the Blue Squad. The Blue Squad being the South Squad. Duke Reese having a really good game at quarterback, spreading the ball around, running when he needs to. Early on, it was the Gabe Ivey show. They haven't given the ball to Ivey in a while. Let's see if they go back to him. Flares out here. Open across the middle. Beautiful defensive play. That's number 9 for the Red North squad. That would be from St. Paul, Drew Cunnell. Great play by Cunnell, catching back up to number 6, Lincoln Tyrell. Tyrell was open, boy, and Cunnell does a great job right there, closing, getting his hands in between Tyrell's hands, breaking that pass up. Makes it 2nd and 10 from the 20-yard line. Let's see if the Red Squad can make a stand. I'm looking for a play from Shelby's Isaiah Beck. He's lined up a defensive end, but he has got a chore in front of him. Number 79, Jameer Dodson. Boy, you want to talk about a great matchup right there. Jameer Dodson and Isaiah Beck, two of the best players in Richland County this year. And we're going to kick it back down to Brian Skowronski. He is with Monroeville's Cole Ackerman. Take it away, Brian.
Cole Ackerman's with me now, and we were just having a little giggle together. It's a good thing that the weather's cool because getting in football shape, it's a little bit different than just your standard shape, right?
Oh, yeah, no two-a-days this time around. Not in the greatest condition.
So when you get back out here after being off from football, obviously, for about half a year, what's the toughest part about getting out here, popping and hitting and doing the whole thing?
I mean, honestly, it's refreshing. It's fun to get out here with a bunch of guys who are studs on their team. Yeah, I'm looking at you, QB1. It's just fun. I mean, and you got an opportunity to win your last ever football game. I mean, not a lot of people get to say that. So hopefully the North pulls it out. But look at that.
Yeah, you guys just go down 13-0 here offensively. What do you got to start getting clicking to get back in this thing?
I think it's a lot with the offense. O-line's really got to come together as a group. A lot of chip plays, and we'll start drives. We'll go, and then just mistakes, shoot ourselves in the foot. So fixing that stuff.
And obviously, I mean, this is your coaching staff out here. So if you had some words of wisdom to impart on the Eagle staff, what would they be?
Run the damn ball.
All right, you heard it here. Just run that darn ball, baby. Get in there. Thanks, Cole.
Kid after my own heart there. Run the damn ball. I love that saying. But the Blue Squad, they don't need to run the ball. Man, and that kick is good. But Duke Reese having one amazing game. He's got to be the leader of offensive MVP, finding Casey Swank in the back of the end zone on a beautiful throw and catch. That looked like those guys have been practicing together all year. Amazing play by those two guys. You know, we talked a lot about Ramsey at the top of the show, but Swank is absolutely stealing the spotlight at receiver. If you're the Red Squad, you've got 34 seconds to try and claw your way back into this thing because 14-0 in this All-Star game is kind of like 28 or 34-0 in any other game because the offense it's so hard to put a drive together. That being said, the Blue Squad has put together two really nice drives, mixed up the run, the pass. Duke Reese really looks good slinging the ball around. His receivers are running nice routes, fighting for the football, getting open. Got to highlight the hometown boy, Casey Swank, having a great game. And now the blue squad will kick off. Let's see what happens here. Last time they kicked it short, it went out of bounds when red team took over at the 35. No returns on a kickoff, so if you put it in the end zone, it's going to be at the 20, or from inside the 20. If a guy catches it, they'll get it at the 20. So we'll see what happens here as we tow it up. Hey, if you're watching at home at halftime, please chime in. You can comment on Facebook. Let us know how we're doing. Let you know what you think of the game. Yeah, if there's someone you want us to talk to, please leave us a comment on Facebook, and we will try and get an interview with that player. Again, they're allowing returns tonight. Okay, so the North squad elects again to kick it short. Red squad takes over at the 33-yard line. Well, that's interesting why they're kicking it short like that. Maybe they're thinking that the red squad won't cover it up and they can steal possession. But with 30 seconds left, I don't think I want to get him any closer to the end zone. Let's use it. Isaiah Ramsey's in, and he's got one-on-one coverage at the bottom of the screen. Now Swank slides over in the safety role, but we're one-on-one. Ramsey's one-on-one, top of the screen. Let's see if they go there. There he goes. Nope. Throwing it short. Number 2, James Renfus. Nice catch by Renfus. And Brian Skowronski rejoins me in the booth. Brian, I was doing double duty there. I don't know if I'm as good a play-by-play guy as you are. I was trying to do the play-by-play and the color commentary. But we just watched I know you're doing the sideline interviews, just watched a beautiful drive put on by the Blue South squad. Duke Reese mixing it up, had 2 nice runs when everyone was covered and he was feeling some pressure.
That third down run where he spun out of trouble.
The little Johnny Manziel thing right here. Yeah.
One of the assistant coaches came over and was just like, damn. Like, well, what do you say?
Yeah, what do you say? Yeah. But the pass in the end zone to Swank was beautiful.
Nice.
You know, we talked about top of the end zone. I was talking all about Isaiah Ramsey. I think Casey Swank might have heard me. Took some offense to it because he's been having a game.
This is his turf. This is his valley.
Yeah,
he wants to let
valley.
you know, Zach, you're going to step into his territory, baby.
Yeah.
Get ready for the 31 show to be put on, and so far it has. 22 ticks here, so still some time. And a trick play, Caden Holman told me that they have up their sleeve. We'll see if they're going to break it out here. Doesn't look like it. They'll lob it into Truax.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, maybe it was. How about that? So it was batted by Casey Lance into the hands of the receiver, Jacob Rombach. That's got to be the misdirection craziness they was talking about.
Rombach, was that attempted hook and ladder? Was that actually? Did they actually draw that up? There's no way they drew that up. Was that supposed to be a hook and ladder?
I think it was. They just had to execute it
there
a little
it is. bit
differently.
Oh my gosh!
Underthrown and intercepted. Color gets under it, trying to
Beautiful
get it to Ramsey,
play.
but it's underthrown by a half mile.
Yeah, I think if we looked at the replay, Holman's going to take some pressure right at the end in his face. Yeah, he's getting hit right at the end. Take something off of that.
Yeah.
And 18 for the Blue squad.
Yeah, it's Aiden Color, baby.
Aiden Color with a great play, playing the ball, not the man. And that's a tough matchup when you've got Isaiah Ramsey one-on-one. I really thought the red squad. Let's see this play here. Was this drawn up as a hook and ladder and they just somehow pulled it off?
Now, I'll say this. Over on the sideline, Casey Lance was having a conversation with one of the offensive coaches.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that it's supposed to be a hook and ladder. He just obviously wasn't able to make the catch, so he was just like, boom, just bats it over.
Yeah, beautiful play. Hats off to him, but they couldn't convert on the turnover. That's really 2 turnovers for the red squad because they had a turnover on downs with a beautiful tackle, Logan Toms and Wansick. Forced a beautiful fourth down there, and now they get the interception right there. Blue squad takes over. Blue South takes over. 2 seconds left. What are they going to do here?
Yeah, I think they're going to try to put it up, man. It's an
all-star
game.
Look
Why
at that.
not? And they got one-on-one coverage. Tyrell on the outside. I think maybe the contact a shade early there.
Oh, no.
That
That was good coverage. That was good coverage. That's
Grayson Sasis right there. But I don't know. Tell me, Zach.
Nope, good coverage.
Perfect. You're right. That's the beauty of having that instant replay, buddy. Cleans up my verbal messes all the time.
Listen, the receivers know where they're running. They're usually taller, faster, and more athletic than defensive backs. You got to give the defensive back some grace. Defensive back is the toughest assignment on the football field. So you should get a little more grace when you play defensive back. That's my own personal feelings.
Well, they certainly got it right there, though. The South squad still a 14-0 advantage as they head into the halftime locker rooms. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back. Zach and I will break down what we saw for the first couple of quarters and then get you all set for half number 2. You're enjoying live and free coverage of the NCOFCA All-Star Game exclusively on OH Report.
Are you ready for the comeback?
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, it just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Tonight's high school all-star football broadcast brought to you live and free thanks to these generous sponsors, including Alumni Roofing, a full-service commercial roofing contractor providing commercial and industrial roofing solutions. Burkhart Farm Center, where it's farmers serving farmers. You can earn the cash reward of your choice for doing simple activities with Kasasa if you sign up for a free checking account at Sutton Bank. And with the knowledge and flexibility to provide you appropriate coverage at an affordable price with personalized service that you deserve, hit up our good friends at Blackstone Insurance Group. We'll be right back with your Burkhart Farm Center halftime reports. That's on the way next.
Are you ready for the comeback?
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, it just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
It's the Burkhart Farm Center halftime report here in the Clear Fork Valley. 14-0 right now, the count. The South squad in front as we've got some moo cows out here grazing in the pastures, and one of the beautiful sights and sounds that you get up here from the top of the valley. I'm Brian Skowronski. Zack Truax is with me here tonight. A beautiful evening for football. I mean, you can't ask for any better conditions out here. The temperatures are right, and the football, it's been hard hitting. I know this is kind of your brand, baby. It's an all-star game, but these kids, they were coming out looking for blows and licks, and they've been delivering.
Oh, man, the hitting's been really, really sharp all night. Tackling's been sharp, highlighted by Logan Toms at his safety spot. They talked a little bit at the beginning of the game. You interviewed him, offense, defense. He says he likes to play defense.
Yeah, loves it.
That's obvious. He's having a great game. Baylog on the other side.
Yep.
He's had some nice tackles. Not as flashy as Tom's, but he's done some of the dirty work down the trenches. Really, the Blue squad has looked really efficient on offense.
Yeah, Duke Reese has been the main reason for that. He's got himself out of trouble on a couple of occasions. None better than that 3rd down and 10 where he spun out of a couple would-be tacklers, hit the edge, ran for a first down, kept the drive alive, and then ended up throwing the touchdown to Casey Swank to make it 14-0. And right now, you feel like Casey Swank's been the premier player in the game.
Casey Swank has been having a game on both sides of the ball. If Logan Toms isn't having such a good game on defense, I think he's has a chance to win offensive, the wide receiver award and the top defensive back award. Interesting, though, looking at the sidelines, Casey Swank comes out with a pretty heavy knee brace on his right knee.
Yeah,
kind of favoring a little bit there. So let's see what happens there, because he's been a weapon on both sides of the ball for the South squad. So that's a tough one. If you're the South coach, your guy, a little banged up there. Someone else we should really talk about on the South squad, Jameer Dotson, has been going at it with Isaiah Beck. And I really thought we'd be saying Isaiah Beck's name a lot more during this broadcast. Jameer Dotson doing a good job keeping Beck bottled up and off his quarterback, because Beck can hit. And when Duke Reese is back there looking for someone wide open downfield, there's a little bit of time going by, and my man Beck can usually get in there and cause some havoc, but Dotson has been keeping him bottled up. So that's another matchup I want to see continue to go, continue to develop as the game goes on. Can Dotson keep Beck bottled up the whole game?
There have been a lot of interesting matchups that we've seen so far throughout the evening, and have not really been able to see the kid that you single-handedly got to Ashland University, Isaiah Ramsey, explode in the manner that we at least were anticipating. I really thought that he would have at least a touchdown per half tonight. He's just that type of special dude.
He had a Moss-like play at around the 50-yard line earlier in the game, and they've just not been able to get the ball back to him. I think if you're the Red coach and you send a play out, every time you send a play out, you've got to – and the fans at home are probably commenting on Facebook, starting to hate me a little bit for as much love as I'm throwing to Isaiah Ramsey right now. But if I see Isaiah Ramsey one-on-one with no safety help over top, I'm looking at Ramsey. I'm patting my face mask. He pats his face mask back at me. That tells me whatever we got called is off. Run deep, big boy.
Yeah.
I'm going to put it up in the air for you.
Change of plans, baby. I'm running deep. He will get an opportunity to have the football first here as the South will kick it off to the north. Aiden Culler got it teed up here with a 14-0 lead, and shorthanded here tonight. The kids wearing the blue jerseys. That's why we've seen guys like Duke Reese play the entire game at quarterback, and some others like Dotson at left tackle. Sometimes it's a value to not quite have the depth. I think they've only got about 10 subs in total here tonight, and you talk about, Casey Swank as well now wearing that knee brace. So
something different, Brian. They're letting them return kicks this year. That was something they didn't do last year.
Yeah, a little change in the game here, and on the return, Jacob Rombach brings out the red squad to the 27-yard line, and that is where they will set up shop. Presumably, Caden Holman will remain under center.
Oh, I don't know how you take him out. He's been one of the best players on the field tonight.
And it will be his job here in quarter number 3 as they break the huddle. 2 Shelby kids split out on either side. Ramsey at the top of your screen. Lance down here at the bottom.
No help over top. No deep free safety. Run the ball up the middle.
They'll hand it off. This is Lane Bushy hurdling his way into traffic and picks up about 4 yards here on first down. So a decent start for the North.
We'll take that all night long if you're the red squad. Interesting that the blue South squad is not playing any deep free safeties at this point. Tom's was up closer to the line of scrimmage on that play to stop. They were read and run the whole way. Tom's still only about 8 yards off the ball at the most.
Bushy again gets the call. And he fights for a couple of extras. It'll still be 3rd down 5 coming up. And after a little discussion here, if I'm not mistaken, Zack Truax, didn't the South squad kick off to start the game? And now they're kicking off here to start the second half as well.
You're right. They did.
Indeed they did, because they got a 3 and out of the North. They got it back, and they drove down and scored.
Someone is not paying attention somewhere. We'll defer the second half, and when you get to the second half, we're going to kick off again.
My goodness. On the run, a lot of pressure barreling down that time. Carmelo Smith applying it, and just has to be thrown away here by the Upper Sandusky product, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, that's a bold move, Cotton. If it plays off for him.
Well,
yeah, that's odd. I didn't even pick up on that, but you're right.
Well, maybe the South squad, they're one of those that they set the tone with their defense.
I don't think after the 2 drives they've had, I don't think so.
They do have a gambling situation here, and it looks like the North going to push all the chips in the middle of the table here. Opening drive of the 3rd, down by a couple of tutties.
Lincoln Tyrell checks into the game as an extra defensive back. So they pulled a lineman out, put a defensive back in. Now they've got some guys sitting a little deeper. Isaiah Ramsey one-on-one. They roll the other direction again.
And it's off the hands of Renfrews. Wouldn't have had it anyways. Actually was going to probably get hit for a loss. So the South squad, the defense, start the game there, start the second half there. And it's the same result, only this time they get the ball back a little bit quicker.
And that was a 4 and out. So not only that, maybe the red team, maybe Coach Nestor made a deal with Coach Wessler and said, listen, kick off to us, and I'll go for it on 4th down on my side of the field. Because that's what just happened. They turned the ball over to the blue squad. It's a little early, down 14-0 to be going for it on that side of the field. It's another odd decision.
So behind the bleacher agreements being made before the second half, and the bold move does pay off.
The bold move did play off. Listen, we're going to kick off twice in a row because they're going to go for it on 4th down from 30 yards away from the end zone.
And so now the ball back in the hands of Reese. He'll fake the toss. He'll take off himself after the fake. And stacked up a couple yards on the gain on 1st down.
John Kirby from Western Reserve on the nice tackle there.
About 3 different players from the North squad there in on the stop, and they're going to need to probably stand tall here and at least try to hold the South to a field goal attempt or a 4th down conversion to try to stay in this game.
2 backs in the backfield now for the blue squad. 24, Studer. I can't see who's set off to the right, though. Can't get a number on who's the right.
I believe it's Grayson Bias.
Yeah,
the 2 Ontario
there's
kids.
that lead play. That lead play worked really nice earlier, too. They run it for another big gain here.
Stopped a couple of yards shy, so 3rd down 2 on the way. Studer checks out. Ivy back into the mix.
Running it over Jameer Dotson's side with Bias leading. Boy, that's like an all-star. When you say an all-star, that's Richland County all-star right there. Bias leading the way for 24. Chase Studer of Ontario. Jameer Dotson doing the blocking.
They'll stack up here on the inside of the line, trips to the left, and they'll put it in the hands of Ivy, who cooks to the edge, and he's got the 1st down.
Ooh.
Took a little extra pop at the end of the play. Ryan Fox delivered it.
Running over top of Jameer Dotson one more time.
And we are looking to the audience to let us know who to talk to here in the second half, Zach. We're going to send you down with the microphone in the fourth quarter, and, I mean –
I'm talking to Jameer Dotson. That's who I want to talk to. I've watched that kid play for Mansfield Senior for a couple years now. I'm really impressed with him. I want to talk to him, find out what his plans are for the future.
Yeah, so take a back seat, fans. Zach doing his own workout here.
Well, who else did the fans request? We have one fan request.
We do?
So one fan request. So you go down, you interview like 7 guys, and I get one.
I was on a roll, baby.
Jaden Hendrick also has been requested.
Jaden Hendrick.
Jaden Hendrick.
Okay.
Casey Lance, they want to hear as well.
I got to interview a basketball player. Perfect. A basketball player who had an all-star night against my Arrows in Ashland. I think he put up like 109 points in one game against us.
Well, that was Bruscotter, but he did.
That was Bruscotter. Okay, my
on
bad.
you boys.
53.
Still a rough night for your Arrows.
Rough night for my Arrows.
And no Ashland players represented this year. That's not normal.
Well, they had a light senior class last year. They were returning a lot of guys on that team.
Sure.
So I fully expect to see some guys represented going into next year.
Coach Valentine, it'll be his second year back. Getting some player development going on as he's done so well throughout his many years at the high school ranks. And after the penalty, second down 20. Ivy, sidecar left.
Skylar Wolf, wide open. Wolf's wide open.
Oh, but so is Gabe out of the
backfield.
Ivy. Shake and bake.
No, that's Skylar Wolf, isn't it?
Reaching for the end zone and not going to get there, but great play, nice design, and a lot of room on the outside as soon as he released out of the backfield.
That's 9. That's Skylar Wolf.
Almost able to get in there.
Wolf back in. Here we go. This could be the knockout shot right here in the third quarter. Oh!
Duke got tripped up. Might have ran into Skylar's foot.
Well, that's a little zone read, but the quarterback can keep it and turn it to a lead play with a running back leads up in there. So Duke probably saw a linebacker sitting in there. He fakes it to Skylar. Then he's going to keep it right behind him, but they just kind of pulled the trigger a little too quick on the run.
I think they said, let's just run it back. Actually, they'll go opposite way this time. Duke with his third total touchdown went in for the dunk and might have blown out his knee. What happened?
Oh, no, Duke.
The celebration, not quite as good as the run.
Let's see it right here. They're going to run zone read again.
And I think obviously the North anticipating they were going to run the exact same play, same way. A little fake, but then this is what it's all about right here. Goes in for the jam. Hammer time.
I don't know what happened there. I think he went up for the jam and realized he was still 2 feet away from the bar and just then went WWE.
Just pulled it in.
Like he's body slamming somebody.
It definitely looks like Duke's over on the sideline gimping a little bit, though. There's no question. He is hurt.
He's going to hear about that from Coach Bradley. That's going to be something Coach Bradley's going to talk to him about, cleaning up that touchdown celebration. Yeah, he looks hurt.
Oh, he's grabbing his right knee. He fell down in a heap here on the sideline.
Oh.
As the extra point does just get through.
21-0. Blue South squad.
So what a loss, of course, that would be if the Duke can't continue.
And more than that, you know, I'm sure Duke has some plans for after high school to continue his football career. Those guys at Mansfield Senior do such a good job of getting their guys to the next level, and they have a lot of success at the next level. So just really hope he's okay, because this is such a fun event, and when kids get hurt in this thing, that makes other guys a little more reluctant to play in it.
Certainly, but at least for him, if you're looking at the game tape, not hurt on the field of play.
Yeah.
So this is one of those Trent Green type of situations where it's the celebration that gets you in trouble.
Yes.
But for Duke, not going to try to continue and play at the collegiate level despite being a 3-year starter. Said that he's going to go right into trade school and wants to become an electrician.
Well, then I hope his knee's okay, because he's going to have a long life on that knee working as an electrician. So let's just hope that knee is okay.
Yeah, it looks like he's working it out. And I don't believe they have another quarterback out here tonight, so you might have to put Logan Toms under center. Who knows?
He's walking a little better now. Trainers checked him out.
But now, yeah.
He's getting taped up.
Okay.
Or maybe a brace.
Yeah, these trainers, they come prepared, baby. Oh, how about the big fella's going to get out here on the kickoff coverage? That's Braden Spittler trotting out.
Braden Spittler's had a nice game. He's made some nice plays on defense.
What a career this dude had at Lucas. In his senior year, if I'm not mistaken, second team All-Ohio, defensive lineman of the year in D7 in his region.
There's a reverse.
Oh, nice pop, though. Logan Toms
yeah, but you ain't getting past my man Logan Toms. You can run that reverse, but you're one-on-one Logan Toms. There will be some pads cracking.
It's William Klaus of Calvert. Just wasn't able to break away out to the edge.
Hey, listen, if you're a young football player watching this, I want you to watch how Logan Toms makes this tackle in the open field on a really athletic kid. Break down, head up,
boom.
Keep your feet through the tackle. That's textbook right there. Break down, head up, deliver the blow with your shoulder pad, keep your feet to the tackle. A lot of kids will do all of that. When they go make the tackle, they'll lose their feet and try and drag someone down. He keeps his feet, drives them, makes a beautiful tackle. Good job, Logan Toms.
Beautiful stuff by Toms. He'll be in there, strong safety to open up the second drive now for the North, trailing by 3 touchdowns. It'll be Holman again. Takes the first snap, looking right all the way. Pump fake, wants to go deep. It's Ramsey.
There you go.
One. He's got a step.
Oh, beautiful play, 18.
Aiden Color says no fly zone, bro. It's not just Logan who can play from Lucas.
18.
Yeah, that was beautiful stuff. And, you know, Color by his own right, unbelievable football career for him. Let's go along with the basketball accolades, too.
Listed as a kicker punter. Color, that's... Am I seeing that right? Yeah, kicker punter. They got color listed as. That was a beautiful defense. I mean, that was the best play you could have made on that. Ramsey gets out in front of him. Color never looks back for the ball, plays through the hands, swipes the ball away. Another textbook play. They're trying to find Ramsey deep again. And we got a hold.
This will back up the North offense. And as I look down to the sideline and Duke Reese still getting treatment, it appears that 6'3", 295-pounder Holden Hunter of Galleon is warming up to take his spot.
Really?
That's going to be some beef under center, son.
What? You're
Prime
kidding
rib,
me.
baby.
You're kidding me. There's no way.
I sure hope.
Are you telling me Holden Hunter from Galleon? No, they're just goofing around.
He's put on the
there.
wristband.
You're
He's taking
goofing around. You're
look,
goofing around.
I'm just seeing what you see.
This is going to be great.
My boy's getting ready.
We can only hope.
He can only hope. This is the moment guys that wear 78 dream about their
their whole life.
An all-star game, starting QB goes down. Guess what, Coach? QB2's right here.
Who's played quarterback? 78. That's me, Coach, all day.
They're going to allow rushing if he's
It's like that scene in The Longest Yard when the guy says, I can play quarterback.
Yeah, show me what you got. Yeah, shit.
Okay, here we go. Back to the action here. No safety. No. Ramsey singled up again. No safety.
Casey Lance as well.
There he goes.
One.
Oh man, they just can't. They can't block for him long enough.
Yeah, Holman's been running for his life. Has to get out of there. Chased out of bounds.
So when Isaiah Ramsey's been able to get open, the blue defensive backs have been able to close the gap and makes plays, and then there was just no hope of him running a deep route right there because the blue north or south linemen were just over top of Holman right away.
hands back on his legs.
Okay.
They saw that and they were like, we got to do anything.
All right, so it appears Duke Reese heard that he was about to lose his starting job.
Yeah, right.
He's got a little bit bounce in his step again now. That's how it goes to the quarterback position. Oh, someone else wants to step in? Nah, I'm good, Coach.
I'm good. I'll walk it off, Coach. We're going for it on fourth down again.
Yeah, 4th and 6. Holman across his body to traffic, intercepted. Picked off and going back the other way. Is that Ivy playing defense?
Yeah, Gabe Ivy.
So that's the beauty of this game. You see Duke Reese like, bro, I got to get back out there. But different guys playing different positions. You see a kicker punter knock down a ball. Now Gabe Ivy
Reese still got his helmet off.
So we might get the dream scenario here.
It might happen.
Holden Hunter, folks.
6'3", a cheeseburger away from 300 pounds.
And look at him. He's doing a side shuffle out there. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, this is great.
There he is. Yeah, it's not
since
Gabe Ivey.
Not since the hefty lefty from Kentucky have we seen a quarterback this big. The crowd's just now figuring it out. What's going on?
Eat your heart out, Jared Lorenzen.
Yeah.
Just a hands off.
How hard does that to be to hand the ball off to Ivy, though? That's what we're going to do.
Yeah, I think we could figure that out.
Between Ivy and Chase Studer, man, the South squad has got one heck of a 1-2 punch at running back.
But if you add their weight up together, I don't think it equals their new starting quarterback. That's a triple patty out there, baby.
Oh,
he's got the wristband on and everything.
He's checking his play like we don't know what's going to be. You're going to hand the ball off to my man. There it is.
It will be indeed Ivy.
Ivy again. Gabe Ivy again.
Lowers the boom.
Studer coming in to get his 2 runs in. If I'm Gabe Ivy, I'm sending Studer out of the game. Come on, man. I want a touchdown.
I'm good. So Gabe will check out.
Studer says, "Say what, Gabe? Take the first 2, get us down the 10-yard line. I'll come in, I'll give you a breather.
Sure.
I'll give you a break.
Like Varsity Blues, you know.
Let's let the big boy throw the ball. Come on.
Nice move.
Now, what happens when he hands it off and then he goes in and does a little bush push? It's a little different at this point, you know.
Sure.
It's not a quarterback pushing. It's a 300-pound dude.
That's a bit more momentum and velocity coming on that push. Yeah, similar to the brotherly shove. We'll see. We're not going to need it here, though. 2nd and 7. Maybe they'll let Hunter air it out. Twin backs. Red team kind of stacking the box.
There's that lead play with Bias again. They stuff it this time.
Yeah, drop for half-yard loss.
Well, the problem is that time they ran a different direction. They didn't run over with Jameer Dotson. Run left. That's going to work a little better.
So we'll get Skylar Wolf checks in.
So we're getting some info from the booth here. Jason Kelsey weighs in at 282. My man Holden Hunter playing quarterback.
Dwarfed.
295.
Dwarfs him.
295.
Push.
Here he is back in the gun again. This is Wolf to his left. Hunter's dropping back to
He's
pass.
throwing it! Oh, my gosh! Oh, it wasn't a bad pass. That was a good ball. He put it only where his guy could catch it.
That was Tyrell, his Galleon teammate. We'll see it again on the Sutton Bank.
That was a good pass. Look at that.
Pretty good zip on the ball, but even better coverage.
That's a great pass.
Give some love to Drew Conley.
Holden Hunter with a great pass. I hope the scouts are watching this. Trim a few LBs off this kid. He can play. Where's Galleon been hiding this dude all game? All year. Where's Galleon been hiding this guy?
I don't think he's been hiding anywhere. He's kind of been out in the open, Zach.
Well, why did did they ever put him in a game to let him throw a ball when they were winning big? Did you see it?
Now we got a new guy that we want to hear from the most, right?
We're definitely interviewing my man.
Dotson's taking a back seat
Holden
now to Holden Hunter.
We're definitely interviewing Holden Hunter,
who just led his team on a field goal attempt, but it goes wide left there. So it remains 21-zip, and North squad going to get the rock back. So a lot of fun, though, that last drive.
I think if you're the North squad here, they've gone for it on 4th down on their side of the field twice. You see that the starting quarterback's out. I think you punt it, and you try and punt it as deep as you can if you don't get a first down, and you hope your defense makes the stand this time. Because, Duke Reese isn't in the game. You're not talking about Holden Hunter taking off with the ball, and running for 40 yards.
Now, as a man of principle here, I'm not punting from the 20-yard line, Zach. Trying to get some points out here.
Yeah, but you've got to keep your team in a game. At least, you know.
Oh, you're talking about the North side.
The North squad, yeah.
I see. I'm sorry.
Twice they've gone for it on their side of the field.
Yeah.
Once they gave up a touchdown. The other time it was close.
Sure.
You know, if I don't convert here, I'm probably thinking about punting and just trying to hopefully get a turnover on the other side of the field. Because let's be honest, Holden Hunter isn't really used to handling the ball every game.
Plenty of time left as well. 4:27 here in the third.
I don't know what the holdup was there. I missed it. But good pickup on first down. Who's in at running back here, Brian?
He's got the give. Jacob Rombach.
Rombach's had a decent game on both sides of the ball, too. Spittler on another play for the Blue Squad. Another nice play for Spittler.
The defensive front for the Blue Squad, I mean, solid, man. They've been across the board.
They've been doing well. You know, we really thought, like I said at the beginning of the game, Ramsey's going to be a big part of the game. But every time that Holman wants to throw it deep, the guys in blue jerseys are all over him. Again, no safety over top. The blue defense playing zero safety. So they don't have any respect for the deep ball.
Oh, Michael Williams came crashing in through a couple of guys, but evading the pressure from Tyrell and getting out of bounds. Nice first down run here. So Holman, who he has been having to escape a lot.
I think we got some laundry on the field again. Nope, first down. I think someone wanted a holding somewhere. Someone didn't like something. Maybe they wanted a late hit.
It was a step over.
Oh.
I don't think we'll see it there.
Yeah, there definitely was a hold. There was another hold.
Yeah, a little pop in the back.
Yeah, you're down 21 points. You get away with a few.
Got to make things interesting.
But anyone that knows me knows that I'll say there's a hold on every play, and it should be called every time.
Well, the last 3 years, we have been delighted, as we are here with that tackle by Studer, to one-score games. I mean, it was a 1-point game last year, a 4-point game a couple of years ago, 21-14 back in 2021. So we haven't had a lopsided affair since the OH Report has been the official video provider of the game, Zach. Like to see the North squad trying to make things interesting here down the stretch.
Yeah, you like to see the North squad claw their way back into this thing, make it interesting. Still plenty of time left, 2:30. You know, anything can happen, especially with a 295-pound quarterback in. But you got to get some points here.
Low snap, Holman immediately has to head out to the left in.
Great tackling once again.
That's what the Blue Squad has done so well. Just crash to the ball, make big hits, and not much there for Rombach.
Wanzik has been really good on defense. He's been on a lot of plays. The kid's got a nice nose for the football. Him and Tom's been just tackling everything inside out there.
So we've got Clausen. He'll be to the near side, split out. 2 receivers up to the top. Holman looking that way, pump fake.
There's Ramsey open. Oh, he's got to run though.
Yeah, just the quickness of which Braden Spittler and the boys are getting in there, and Michael Williams as well. There's just been no time, and it's almost like it's starting to affect them a little bit, where Holman's getting some happy feet.
And the South squad isn't. I have to watch their linebackers a little closer. I've been paying too much attention to linebackers. I don't think their linebackers are blitzing. I think they're getting that pressure with their front four.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah, Cameron Coble playing in the middle. They've just played 4 men across the front, and just their guys have been winning those battles.
Now the Blue Squad still no safeties.
And another 4th down situation here for Holman.
Yeah, their linebackers, there's a flag. It's got to be that looks like it would be a encroachment.
Lined up off sides or something.
What do we got here?
As the play stands, it would be another turnover on downs for the North squad. However, of course, the flag, pre-snap.
They didn't stop the play, so you would think it would be someone lined up in the neutral zone. Yep.
Yeah, I think you're right. That's exactly what it is. So
and that's going to be a first down.
So a free play there for the North, and the beneficiary of a couple of penalties here on this drive, and they'll move the chains and get to midfield. Final 45 seconds here of quarter number 3. And the first time, I think, into enemy territory tonight. I want to throw it to the money, but broken up. Color again.
Color
coming from behind
again.
the play.
Well, we talked about Logan Toms would be the guy you're thinking about defensive back of the game, but Color having a game, breaking up 2. And those are beautiful passes. I mean, Holman is putting it right where it needs to be, and Color just playing through. He never panics, plays through the hands. When he sees the ball hit the receiver's hands, he's swiping down.
Klaus certainly had a step or two there. And the acceleration at the end of the play, that ain't your everyday kicker and punter out there.
No. 2nd and 10.
And there's just manning up across the board here defensively.
Yep. Oh, they're right. I mean, just, what do you have, a second and a half?
Instant. It's like throwing a potato in the microwave, just over with. But look at what we got coming up.
This is beautiful. Listen, I hope someone sends this to ESPN or something. This gets picked up. This has to be talked about. 300-pound quarterback.
Yeah, not since Jared Lorenzen, and this is the man that they're calling Ho-Ho down
This is the man they called Ho-Ho, Holden Hunter. Okay, all right.
Well, hi-ho, off to the 4th quarter we go. We are going to hear from Ho-Ho down on the sideline with Mr. Truax. Tons more action still coming on the NCO All-Star football game after this.
Are you ready for the comeback?
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Fourth quarter action from the Colt Corral in beautiful Bellville. The sun starting to set. Will it here on the North squad? They trail by 3 scores, facing a 4th down yet again. 7 yards needed. Holman breaks the pocket. He's got a wide open, wide out. James Renfus. The Winford connects, breaking deeper into enemy territory inside the 30-yard line. Critical first down here as Holman finds one of his fellow Northern 10 brethren for a big first down. 21 zip on our Blackstone Insurance scoreboard tonight, but the North squad threatening. 4 wide here. Klaus, the nearest receiver, looking that way. Ramsey's in the slot. That's Isaiah. Little 5-yard out. And breaks loose. Oh, wow, the cutback. Isaiah Ramsey gonna take it to the crib. 27 yards. The AU commit doing it all himself after the initial catch. This was just a quick out pattern, and Ramsey caps it off. What Duke Reese couldn't, throws down the jam. So good that we got to put the peanut butter with the jelly one more time. So makes it a 2-score game now. And look at this. So the first move, great, but wow. He shook 4 defenders all with 1 juke. So just a couple plays into the 4th quarter. Ramsey making things interesting. And he may be in line now for the wide receiver of the game. Had Swank.
Coming soon. Coming soon.
And guess what? Coming soon. Guess we're going to talk to the man who's about to lead the charge under center, Mr. Ho-Ho, as the quick out again is connected. Into the end zone goes Ethan Hill. The upper combo. Makes it 21-8.
All right, if I can have your attention now, we still have the necklace and we have a set of car keys that someone will figure out before they...
27-yard touchdown reception by Isaiah Ramsey. Of course, the first score of the night for the North. Capped off by the 2-point conversion, Ethan Hill. From his high school friend and quarterback, Caden Holman. And we have got a game. No disrespect to our man Ho-Ho, but I don't know how many reps he's had under center his entire career. Probably not very many. That's why we got to hear from him. Zack Truax down on the sideline, chomping at the bit for an opportunity to talk to Holden after this next drive. We'll see if he gets locked in. But perhaps, now that they're allowing him to kick off this year, potential for an onside kick. Casey Lance getting set to tee it up, taking his time. So I could potentially see some trickery from Coach Nestor's bunch. And I see your request trickling in here for potential interviews down on the sideline. And they will try to kick it right at some of the big fellas. It bounces off of the chest. It's up for grabs, not secured by Coble. But eventually diving on top of it will be the South squad and Landon Hayes. So it's a great kick. Looked like they identified Cameron Coble. I mean, he plays center. They're probably decent hands, but not used to trying to catch it in this situation. Bounces off of his chest and then bailed out at the end with Landon Hayes getting on top of it. One of a few different Highland players competing tonight. But folks, this is a special 4th quarter. 295-pounder Holden Hunter, standing at 6'3". He's in the gun. And you got to imagine you're going to have to remove the smile from his face at the end of this one as he hands off to his Gallion teammate, but there's nowhere to run this time. Gabe Ivey swallowed up almost immediately. No gain on the play, and the North defense brimming with a little bit of confidence now, as you got to figure there's not going to be too much on display here in terms of the passing attack. Hand off to the outside. Little bit of room. And this is Skylar Wolf. And Zach Truax doing a little reporting on the sideline for me. You see some blitzing, of course, coming from the north side, and it seems like that happens every year in this game as after about the first quarter. But, you know, head coach C.J. Wessler, Pleasant, in his first year, just voicing a little bit of displeasure. Third down here. And it's going to be another handoff. Oh, here's Wolf. Great cutback. He's got the first down and more. Put his foot in the ground, took off. And after that first down, we'll now send it down to Zack. He's hanging out with Grayson Bias.
This is Zack Truax, OH report on the sidelines here with Ontario's Grayson Bias. Grayson, got to watch. I've been watching you play a little bit. Love the lead play you run with your teammate up the middle there. Chase Studer, you and Chase Studer have some nice plays running over top of the Mansfield senior tackle there. What's that like, seeing that big body in front of you and get to run behind him?
Dude, it's so awesome. Like, we are just moving the ball every single play. It's great having my running back run behind me too. Just knowing he can cut off me wherever I go. It's awesome.
You guys look like you're having a lot of fun out there. Is it as much fun as it looks like?
Oh yeah, this is the best game I've ever played in. no doubts.
Good, great for you. Hey, good to see you end football season on a high note. Yeah, I had a great wrestling season. I know it didn't end quite the way you wanted to, but hey, you're out here having fun tonight, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Grayson Bias, Ontario, showing up for the Ontario Warriors. Back to you.
I appreciate it, Zach. Yeah, it's pretty cool that he gets to play, obviously, with some of his Ontario teammates that he grew up with. And then when you get to put the other ingredients into the mixing bowl as well, playing with some other guys from Richland County, teams like Mansfield Senior, you didn't get to go head-to-head with them if you're Ontario, maybe at 7-on-7s, some lineman challenges, stuff like that. So this really is one of the unique events that I think we have in North Central Ohio, and I cannot tell you how many former athletes I've talked to, coaches in the area, guys, when they think about the glory days, this game comes up a lot. You know, I think about my good friend Effie James played in this game back in '94, I want to say, and he talks about just, you know, I didn't have the opportunity to play with some dudes that were from farming communities and stuff, and you don't realize how much you have in common or how much fun it is to be around somebody from a totally different community or environment than you. And speaking of which, a guy who's never been in this situation dials it up and goes deep for the touchdown. 44-yard crib call. Casey Swank of Clear Fork off the pass from Holden Hunter. No way. What a magical last play we just had here at the Colt Corral. The local boy scores, but not all deliveries are created equal. How about this? The pump fake, the throw, the confidence in dialing it up, dropping a dime in the bucket. Perfect throw. Holden Hunter, welcome to the big stage, big dog. Letting him eat too. I don't think Truax believed me when I first mentioned to him that old 78 was warming up to go in at QB and that he was getting to put on the wristband as boom. It's a strike for Swank. His second tutty of the night pushes the lead back out to 20. And I think that likely would put Swank back in the lead for MVP, but you already see it going down, man. Holden Hunter getting a standing ovation right now as Zack Truax has him. We're about to hear from the man fresh off his first career touchdown throw. Take it away, boys.
Am I up? Am I on? All right. This is Zack Truax, OH Report. I'm here with Holden Hunter. He's wearing 78. Listen, the number one thing you can do when your team is down is come in and fill the spot. Duke Reese goes down with injury. My man Holden Hunter steps in. He plays quarterback. He just threw a touchdown pass in the All-Star game. Holden, tell me, what's it feel like? You're the big guy, always blocking for these glory hounds, running backs and quarterbacks. It's your night to shine, man. What's it like?
I mean, it feels great. I mean, I'm always prepared for these moments. Shout out Coach Isaac Babcock. He taught me everything I need to know from quarterback. I mean, he's the real deal.
Now,
Are you making the Galleon coaches rethink your assignment? Should you have played quarterback your whole career?
I mean, you can ask him. He's up there, but he knows. He knows I should have been QB. I mean, I'm just all-around athlete around here.
You did. You came in. I'm watching you warm up on the sideline, and my partner Brian Skowronski says, we got number 78 warming up at quarterback. I said, that dude is a cheeseburger away from 3 bills. He's going in to play quarterback. You go out, you throw a beautiful pass in the corner of the end zone where only you guy could get to it. And you got the ball. Hey, you going back out, play some more quarterback.
I'm throwing another one.
Right here. He's going back out to throw another one. Hey, OH report. Up top, back to you, Brian Skowronski in the booth.
I have no idea who is more excited. Is it Holden to get back out there? Is it Zack down on the sideline? If you combine the energy of those two dudes right now, you might be able to have a nuclear catastrophe out here in Bellville. Unbelievable what's going on here. And, hey, Galleon coaches, Matt Dick and the boys out there, maybe this dude was reassigned or put in the wrong spot his whole career. That's kind of what he's saying. Now, they've had some good ones over there these last few years while 78's been there, but wow, what a performance. So let's go from one big fella to the next. We'll move on from 78 to 79.
This is Zach Truax catching up here a little bit with my man Jameer Dodson. Jameer, I'm an Ashland and Arrows fan. I've been watching you push us around the field for 4 years, man. Now watching you play tonight, having a heck of an all-star game. Lined up over Isaiah Beck all night. What's that battle been like?
Sweet all night, sweet.
He says, my man says, sweet all night. Hey, I love how you pass block. You're aggressive. You get your first guy. You climb up to the linebacker. Tell me a little bit about the coaching that you got at Mansfield Senior and the mentality that builds great linemen like you.
I just want to shout out to Coach Coy, best O-lineman coach in Ohio. I ain't going to lie. Without him, I wouldn't be here. All the technique, all the work and grind, it all comes from him for real. So I just want to thank him for real.
And I've been watching you play. I said you guys played really hard every game. You guys are never out of a game. You ran the ball really well. And now you're off to the University of Findlay. Hurts my heart a little bit as an Eagle man, but I'm going to look forward to watching you play against my Eagles and all those other teams. What are you looking forward to most to play at the next level?
I don't really know. Like I just want to make it out for real. Feed my family, come back and feed the youth in Mansfield, really. That's really what I want to do, to get out of. I don't care if I really don't make it to NFL. I mean, I just want to, make it out of Mansfield, though, for real.
Good for you, Jameer. Hey, Jameer Dodson, one heck of a kid, one heck of a football player here at the All-Star game. Catching up in a little bit. Jameer, good luck in everything you do in your future. Keep having a good game and have some more fun tonight.
Appreciate it.
This is Zach Truax. Back to you, Brian Skowronski up in the booth.
All right, appreciate it, Zach. Getting a lot out of the two big fellas there. One of them now under center, the other one of his lead blockers. And Jameer Dodson, an absolute savage for the Tigers along the offensive front over these last couple of seasons for Coach Bradley. Making a nice couple of tournament runs as well to cap off his career. And I just love the enthusiasm that Zach always speaks on. And if you're not playing for the Eagles, you're playing against them. Always got to let them know out there. Zach, one of the big-time fundraisers for the AU, I don't know if football, but definitely the wrestling program. I think he heads up the entire thing over there, so he certainly bleeds the purple and gold the AU has infused him with since his playing days as a wrestler. Still 8 minutes and change remaining here. Another fourth down. It seems like every time I look up, Caden Holman's got to make something happen to keep a drive alive. And a square out. Quick throw. Big crack made. Tackle by Ronald Newman, but not before the catch is made for a first down. William Klaus with the grab. So the drive stays alive. But after that dot, the Hunter put on swing for the 44-yard tutty. about a minute ago in game action. A lot of work to be done here by Holman. Swerves out. Again, pressure in his face. He bombs it to the zone. It's not caught. A lot of contact, a little bit maybe of a jersey pull, but decent effort all the way around there. That was Renfuss on the other end. Take a second look. The officials have been super consistent, allowing them to battle in these type of situations. Some hand fighting, and they let that one go. Believe that was Ivy back in coverage. Smith lines up at one end. Michael Williams on the other defensive side, and here he comes. Boom! Big hit put on Holman. It's up for grabs and intercepted. Sky and into Layden Hayes' fingers. And then some big collisions at the end of the play. Some of these fellas out here that are not accustomed to getting the football, their mitts all over it, getting some huge opportunities right now for the South squad. You got to love what you're seeing from them. And I mentioned it right pre-snap, Carmelo Smith on the end. Got a nice step to jump up for grabs. In just right place, right time for the interception. And a nice little run back, but how about the celebration? And a ball spike. Hayes himself, 6'2", 245 is what he's listed at. He's been a force for Highland football these last couple of years. And joining the MOAC. But this has been the spotlight here in the second half. Holden Hunter getting the call under center. Stretch play here just gives it off to his teammate Gabe Ivy, who ends up backtracking and actually loses a yard on the play. So it'll be 2nd and 11. And after what we saw on his last throw, how do you take the ball out of Holden Hunter's hands in the passing game? Dude's got it all. Stood tall in the pocket. Little pump fake, sucked in the defense. And we'll get a timeout taken by the South squad and CJ Wessler. 6:28 to go, 20-point game. And per popular request, Casey Lance now is hanging out with Zack. What's up, guys?
Back here on the sidelines of the OH Report, I'm with Shelby's Casey Lance, AU basketball commit, but the coach is letting you play one last game of football. How'd you talk him into this, or does he even know about it?
Yeah, he knows. I talked to him.
You talked to him? He said he's cool with it.
Yeah, one last game.
One last game. Good for you. And you having fun out there tonight?
Yeah, I mean, we're here to have fun. Squad may not look it, but we're still having fun as a team.
A lot of guys flying around making plays. Give me your evaluation of the hefty quarterback over there. What's that like, seeing a guy that big playing quarterback?
I was impressed. That was a good throw. It was a good touchdown. All props.
And now you're heading off to AU. Tell me a little bit. The colors are so beautiful. I'm an alumni myself. AU purple and gold. What else was it about Ashland University that made you want to go there?
Well, when I got there and I met with some of the players and stuff, I really knew they had like a bond like I had back at Shelby. It was a really close group, and they're good coach, great program, great facilities. It just seemed like a really good fit for me.
There it is. Casey Lance giving a great synopsis of why he chose the best Division II institution in the country, Ashland University. Casey, I look forward to seeing you in the purple and gold played in Cates Gymnasium. Hey, back to you, Brian, up there in the booth.
I think Ashland University probably got to start bankrolling us here, as many shout-outs as they get every time Truax is on the call. So I'll have to talk to some of the folks over there. Maybe the top recruiting tool that they have in the country right now is just OH Report with my boy ZT's working the sidelines. Off the handoff here from Hunter. into enemy territory now after that nice run that we saw. And it's Skylar Wolf maneuvers his way for about 4 more here. Make it 2nd down and 6. Clock winding. Under 5.5 minutes remaining. And if you're just joining us, the South has pretty much been in control. Forced a 3-and-out at the beginning of the game. Went down and scored on their first drive, reached the climb. And then after a decent block of scoreless football, a lot of big hits out there at the end of the second quarter, Reese hooked up with Casey Swank on a 20-yarder to make it 14-zip at the half. They would extend that lead 21-0 when we saw Duke get in from 2 yards out, but then hurt his knee on the celebration, unfortunately, or fortunately if you're Holden Hunter, because he's getting the opportunity of a lifetime out there. Filling in at quarterback in an all-star game. And over on the sideline, taking it all in, one of my favorite head coaches in the game, Steve Haverdill. He's hanging out with Zack.
This is Zach Truax back here on OH Report. I'm down the field, and I happen to be walking around, and I see Crestview coach, Coach Haverdill. Coach, give me your impression of the game tonight. How's it going, and how do your Crestview boys look out there?
It's a well-played game so far. I think our guys are battling in there, and, it's pretty clean so far. North is doing a pretty good job, though. So, but South, it looks like they got a little bit more talent right now.
Yeah, looking at this game, I thought for sure we'd see Isaiah Ramsey all over the field tonight, but, man, the North has kept him bottled up. I'm sorry, the South has kept him bottled up pretty well. Some great plays at defensive back by the Lucas defensive back, number 18. And but what I really want to know is your impression of the quarterback that came in. That's the talk of the stadium. What do you think of the big guy, Hunter Holman, playing quarterback?
It's pretty interesting. He's doing a nice job, though. What we were just talking about, trying to see what happened with Reese, but because he was having a heck of a game as well. So, but no, he's doing really well. And South, I thought Ramsey would get the ball a little bit more, but they haven't had much time to throw. Credit to the South's defense.
Absolute credit to South defense. The defensive line's been getting in and getting after the quarterback, and then when he has been open, the defensive backs have closed the gap nicely. How tough is it to you coached the red team last year? How tough is it to put any kind of game plan together for this game? That we've talked about that a lot in the booth. Getting these guys together. The practices aren't exactly as sharp as you'd like them to be, I bet. So just tell me from a coaching perspective, what are you trying to do offensively and defensively just to put a game plan together?
Offensively, you just got to be vanilla. You got a bunch of great athletes from other schools that run different offenses, so you're just trying to be as vanilla as you can and try and find maybe certain quirks with some of the talent that you do have, or combinations if you got multiple players from the same team. And defensively, it's just that 4-3, just playing straight up and making sure they're getting their reads down. But again, even that's tough because you got teams that run a 3-4 or a 3-3 and things like that. So it's trying to get their reads and be on the same page.
Appreciate your time, Coach Haverdill. This is Zach Truax. Nice conversation with Coach Haverdill. Coached the Red Squad last year to a tight 7-6 loss. Just a few plays here or there, and could have had it last year. Back to you up in the booth, Mr. Skowronski.
Just when I was about to forget his name, Zach always reminds me, this is Zach Truax, OH Report down there, working those sidelines, getting the interviews that you want to hear. Coach Haverdill, as mentioned, big part of this game last year, and Crestview has been well represented over these last few seasons. A lot of stud athletes and a couple more out here on display. 4th down and 13. And they got a big boy Dotson going deep. Oh, I would have loved to have seen that. Holden Hunter didn't see him, though. Jameer Dotson put his hand up. He was calling for it right off the line. Instead, it's incomplete. Trying to find Casey Swake. You can't script this stuff. They are doing this on the fly in the dirt. Almost zipped in a really spectacular throw. I don't blame Casey for kind of short arming that one here in an all-star game. 3 defenders all piled around him. But if I'm Dotson, I'm calling for it too, baby. I want that thing, and why not? You got a 20-point lead. I'm actually a little surprised that Holden didn't try to fit it in there to Jameer on the outside. He certainly got the height advantage, 6'5" on the perimeter. So it gives the ball back over to the North. Still a chance for them to try to put some more points on the board. Handoff, and making his way to the outside is Winters. And he bursts in to enemy territory all the way down near the 35-yard line, his best run of the night. And boy, what a heck of a couple of lead blocks set up right there. Not one, but two initiated by Rombach to open things up. Fresh set of downs, 37-yard line. And from the gun, Holman hands off again. Winters escapes the first would-be tackler, but not the next level. Brought down Logan Toms, along with some help from Drew Coonley. Not quite as good as that last run that we saw from Winters. So it'll be 2nd and 10. No really rush here for the North, and Casey Lance kind of said it best. I mean, we're out here to have fun. It's cool to get the win. Of course, you want to end your career, or really, if you do anything, getting a victory always feels good, but in this type of environment, in this game, it's about the good times, the smiles, the laugh, the bonds, all that good stuff. As Rombach gets upended, but not until after he gets another first down here for the North squad on the move. Been doing it with the running game. And maybe a little late to the party to kind of switch the game plan, because we saw Caden Holman basically throughout the course of tonight. He's had the nod under center the entire game. Just so many great defensive front schemes so far here from the Blue South squad. Made it tough on them in the passing game, but finding a lot of life here, as this again is just enough for a first down, so they'll move the sticks yet one more time. And they'll set up 1st and goal. So with $1:50 to go. Chance for some points here for the North. From the gun, Winters leagues out. They'll hand it off. Actually, Holman keeps it himself off the fake. Nice gang tackling in the middle of the field, though, by the South squad. Really no gain on the play as the time continues to funnel away. Rombach heads over to the sideline. Holman's got one touchdown pass so far, but really it was Isaiah Ramsey kind of doing it all. Ramsey not on the field here for this one. 3 wide, big fella in the backfield, and they'll hand it off straight ahead. Goes Preston Martin. Nothing doing there. Again, the defensive front has been stout. This is Isaiah Smith getting the last push, and how about it? A little stalemate in there. Kind of like a rugby scrum. And it'll be a north side timeout with a 3rd down on the way. Fun night here at Clear Fork. Appreciate all of you out there watching live and free tonight. Had some great interviews, some things that definitely didn't think that we would see, and certainly not after the start to the game for Duke Reese, accounting for all 3 of the touchdowns and a 21-0 lead, but opened the door for Mr. Hunter. He steps through it. He's got a touchdown pass here tonight. Had a lot of great defensive plays. just been a great spectacle overall. Good crowd on hand as well here inside the Colt Corral. Kickoff to Summer, doing it in style. With a 3rd down on the way. They'll move the pocket. Holman got a couple guys bringing him down his neck. He throws it, and it's going to be Winters. Juggling act, but he hauls it in. And now giving Reese the business as he goes in for the dunk and then pretends to get hurt. And I'm watching Duke on the sideline. He's none too pleased. Pretty decent reenactment, though, from Skyler, all things considered. Not a great gesture, though, anytime anybody gets hurt. So 34 seconds remain. It's now a 2-score game. And they will kick the PAT here with Lance. High snap. Casey just does get it up and over. That was a gutsy hold as well. Give it up for Drew Coonley. Probably would have protected my fingers in that situation and just allowed it to go. Presumably we'll have an onside kick coming up here for the North. And for those of you that are into sports gambling, I mean, you can probably pick them up right now at about plus 5,000, man. I mean, the odds of them coming back would be really a minor miracle. But we've seen a lot of crazy things happen here tonight. See what kind of tactics they got drawn up here already at their disposal. And that's one of the problems, as you heard from Coach Haverdale hanging out, taking in the game tonight. You just got to be very vanilla. These teams don't get a lot of practice time, don't know a lot about their teammates. And a little piece of information for you guys. We mentioned the fact that the South squad kicked off to start the game, and then they kicked off to start the second half. Well, per NCOFCA ruling, that's what Coach Wessler was told at the half, is if you're down by, or if you're up by 14 or more, you give the other team an opportunity to try to get some points.
We've seen that at other all-star events. The Spy Report did that, try to balance competition.
So there's been some other all-star events we've been a part of. Basketball as well, where try to balance things out towards the end of the game, make it more fun for the athletes and the fans. And if you're on the side of the winning team, I maybe don't like it so much, but it does certainly try to create a little bit more drama at the end. And we've had that the last few years, as I detailed with Zach earlier. 21-14 the South back in 21 and 22, 25-21 the North. And then last year, a nail-biter, 7-6 the South. So since they've got a couple score lead and time being what it is, they're going to kick off again. So this is basically like make it, take it now. This is like driveway basketball with your younger brother, and you're a little frustrated, but you just got the last bucket, so you're like, give it back. Give me a chance here. So yeah, can they call a timeout and advance it to the opponent's side of the field? Get a little inbounds play or something? I don't know. We're changing the rules on the fly. Both coaches still huddled up, as you can see, their offenses and defenses. So these last 34 seconds taking a little bit longer than that as they straighten some things out. And so the South. Okay, well, you know, the ball also should be somewhere else right now. It's the off season for the referees too. As Holman drills this one deep. Oh, great catch made. And all the way inside the 30 goes William Klaus. Just a fingernail up over the outstretched arm of the defender. Check this out. Triple coverage. Ronald Newman is there. He can't make the play, and then bowling his way into enemy territory is Klaus, if only it counted. Holding. I just figured the way that things were going that the rest would say, you know what? Forget about it. Yeah. Make it a dinger. How about a triple? So they'll back it up, wipe out what would have been a 50-yard play. And at this point, maybe just take a knee. I don't know. Kind of feels like it's a full moon type of night. There's a little bit of witchcraft in the air. And the final seconds are going to tumble away. So your victors tonight, the South squad. They led from start to finish. And they get the final victory of their high school careers, 28-15 here over the North. Still plenty more to come on the OH Report, including a pair of MVP interviews. We'll pick one from the offensive side, one from the defensive side. Zack Truax will have that for you, all presented by Alumni Roofing when we bring it back for the Burkhart Farm Center post-game reports. All coming up next.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
We are back with your Burkhart Farm Center post-game reports. Game in the books. The South squad victorious here tonight. They just rang the victory bell here at Clear Fork. Had a lot of fun with that. And right now, handing out some awards.
Defensive back from South, Ryan Hagvik. Defensive back South, Logan Toms from Lucas.
Logan Toms wins the best back of the night for the South. No surprise there. He's going to be one of our MVPs tonight.
From Clear Fork, South, Casey Swipe.
Casey Swank also receiving an award. I'll have to walk next door and get a pick of the total list. I think they already named everybody. Went very swift. But you see all the players there for the South. Reese had a spectacular night. So this is what they're going with. The outstanding special teams player tonight, Aiden Color of Lucas, and of course the South squad. Outstanding offensive line performance from Jameer Dotson of Mansfield Sr. in the South squad. Outstanding defensive lineman, North squad, Gavin Canes of Crestview. Outstanding offensive back from the South, Duke Reese of Mansfield, and really did that in just 2.5 quarters of action before exiting. Outstanding linebacker from the North, Ryan Fox of Willard. The Ryan Teglovic Defensive Back Award goes to Logan Toms. A couple awesome hits for Logan. And the Al Ward Impact Player from the South, Casey Swank of Clear Fork, I think properly awarded there. Casey's been all over the field on both sides of the ball. Making some big catches, had a touchdown earlier in the game. Had some nice defensive plays as well. And here's all the fellas getting their plaques and their awards. There's Gavin. Got some nice long flowing locks going. Logan, who we talked to earlier. Robert Mahaney gets his photo with all of them. Wonder why. Head coach is Shelby. There are all the award recipients. And we're just about set for one of our 2 Most Valuable Player awards.
Zack, stand by. We're going to rock with that. Camera looks clear. Yes, not a problem.
And it looks like we just lost our player of the game, actually. As the South squad is going to do a team photo, have a conversation. And they're calling over, it looks like our own Zack Truax is, I thought he was about to provide them with like a post-game speech about why AU is the greatest university on earth, and if you're not going there, be square. Don't even worry about the next level. Let's see what kind of photo taker Zack is.
You got to say which report, not Eagles.
Nice. So at least he did have all the kids shout out OH report down there. We appreciate that, Zack. I'm sure it was tough for him not to say AU report.
Yes, we'll do it in that. Yep.
And a little bit of foreshadowing here. You can see our first Alumni Roofing MVP now hanging out with Zack Truax.
Yes, QB1, QB2. We'll start with QB1.
Cue it up.
All right, stand by, Zack. Zack, you ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Zack Truax on the field here with Mansfield Seniors Duke Reese. Duke got the Offensive Back of the Game award. Really beautiful drives to start the game off. Lead the team down the field, mix and run and pass. What was it about this group you guys were able to gel and just execute at such a high level for only being together for a week?
I feel like we didn't have a lot of time, but I feel like we wanted it more than the red team, you know? We came into practice every day working hard, so it paid off.
Absolutely did win a big win tonight, and they even got a few extra possessions. You guys were still able to hold them off, make the most 2 long drives. You scored your last touchdown on a keep. You came up a little gimpy. it looked like the game was in peril, and then what happens? The blue team coach pulls an ace out of his sleeve. Holden Hunter from Galleon, right? You're RT or lefty, right tackle. He's the tackle for the Galleon Tigers. They had a great season this year. Comes in for Reese, throws a touchdown, leads the team to a field goal. Man, you were there when the team needed you. What's your impression of this game?
I mean, it's just step up, next man up. I mean, all glory to God. Gave me the opportunity to throw it, and I did, and that's what happened.
Through a beautiful pass. And the thing was, Duke, you can appreciate this too. He had a guy covered in the corner down here, and you put a ball where only he could catch it. He almost came down with it. I think that might have been, even though it was incompletion, a better pass than the touchdown.
It was. That was my dude, Lincoln. I'm not going to do him dirty on here, but we need to work on that, Lincoln. We need to work on them hands.
Holden Hunter, the quarterback now. He moved from offensive line to quarterback, and he's already moved on to blaming his wide receivers. It's an impressive growth for you tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it might have been a bad ball. Might have been.
Oh no, you already blamed the quarterback.
It might have been. it was 50-50. I take blame. I take all the blame. Never mind. Sorry, Lincoln.
Duke. Are we done? Oh, you got me from up there. Okay, Duke, have you ever seen anything like that? A big kid like this. And listen, he threw a nice ball. He looked smooth out there. Like, they snapped the ball to him. He wasn't fumbling it. He handled it beautifully, ran the zone read. It wasn't much a read. He was given every time. But you guys ran. Have you ever seen anything like this?
No, I ain't never seen nothing like it. I knew he could throw a little bit because we was going to throw in a trick play, and he threw a good pass. So, you know, he was our next man up. I'm the only quarterback. He came in and did a good job.
Man, hey, you see something new all the time. Tonight, what a fun night. Holden Hunter coming in, throwing touchdown passes, and getting it done for the blue team. We're going to move on now. We're going to try and find Logan Toms. He gets the Hammer Award for the night. Let's see if I can track down Logan Toms. You guys still got me up there? Okay, I'm going to try and find Logan Toms. Here he is, Logan Toms of Lucas. Logan, you said earlier you enjoyed playing defense. It was obvious, man. You were flying up, making beautiful tackles. Not only did you make a nice tackle on defense, I love the special teams tackle here, one-on-one. Take me through, what is it about the preparation, the technique? Because that wasn't something you learned this week. That was something that was learned over a long period at Lucas. Yeah. Take me through that. Help the young guys understand how to be a good tackler like that.
I mean, really, it just comes down to being low and, driving through the hip. Ever since we were in middle school, we did eyes to the thighs. We did a lot of technique drills on tackling. So I'm just thankful for great coaches over the years, and just grateful I was able to come out here one more time and display that.
Man, Logan, if I had that plaque you had right now, I'd scratch out defensive player of the, or was it say defensive back of the game? I'd scratch that out and put hammer of the game, because man, you were bringing some woo hits, and woo hit is when you hit someone so hard the whole crowd goes woo, and you had a couple of them, man. So really fun watching you tonight. Fun watching you all those years in Lucas too, playing some great football. Any shout outs you want to give before you sign off here?
Just shout out to my dad, and then just my whole family. And then shout out to the town of Lucas for a great, 4 years of high school football.
All right, now we're going to take a quick break, but we'll be right back with the player of the game, the hometown boy from Clear Fork. We'll be right back. Stick with us on OH Report.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Zach Truax back here at the home of the Colts, the Valley, and I'm with one of their own, Casey Swank. He was the impact player of the game, basically the MVP of the game. My man was everywhere tonight. You guys are a little short-handed, Casey. Take me through playing both ways in an all-star game on your home field. What was that like?
It was cool coming back, playing again, but throughout the week, I mean, we showed up at first day of practice, and we were already shorthanded, and then people kind of trickled off throughout the week. Some guys had injuries. Some guys just didn't want to play. We didn't end up with a whole lot, so I knew I was going to be playing a bunch, but, I mean, I just went out there and played my ball, and it ended up working pretty well. So.
Now, you must have heard me because in the booth I was talking up number 13 on the other side of the field. You must have taken some offense to that because, man, you showed up. You were breaking up passes on defense. You scored touchdowns on offense. You were getting open. I saw you blocking downfield, just playing football. Take me through what the mindset was. Were you expecting to have that big a game, or was it just I'm going to play every down as hard as I can?
I mean, my plan was to come out here and have fun. It's been a long couple months not playing football. I love football. So coming out here, I just wanted to have fun. I wasn't expecting to get MVP, but I knew I was going to play my hardest, and that's what I did.
Represented the Valley really well, Mr. Swank. And what are your plans after high school?
I'm going to the Ohio Fire Academy to be a firefighter.
My man is going to Ohio Fire Academy to be a firefighter, and he was absolutely on fire tonight. Casey Swank, soon to be the fire chief, I'm sure, everywhere, putting the fires out and turning them on. Casey, great game. So happy for you to have this kind of game on your home field in your last game. Are there any shout-outs you want to say as you sign off for the last time on OH Report?
Shout out my family. Shout out my dad, teaching me everything I know about the game. Shout out to God. He made all this possible, and I can't do anything without him.
Congratulations, Casey. This is Zach Truax. I'm with Casey Swank, Clear Fork's own Casey Swank. He was the impact player of the game, the MVP, the Alumni Roofing MVP. And that'll be all for us.
Are you ready for the comeback?
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Back with more on our Burkhart Farm Center post-game show here in the Clear Fork Valley, where the South Squad flexing here tonight. They clean up on the awards. You hear from Mr. Clear Fork himself, Casey Swank. But how about the head coach that put this all together from Pleasant? Zach Truax is down on the field. He's standing by with C.J. Wessler.
This is Zach Truax down here at the Valley on the field with the winning coach of the Blue Squad, Coach Wessler from Marion Pleasant. Coach, I interviewed a lot of your players tonight, and there was one common theme. We showed up, we were shorthanded, but we worked. Now, I had a son to play in this game last year. He come home and said, Dad, we're screwing off every game, or every practice. We're having a lot of fun. What was the tone of your practice like? Because, man, you guys were out there playing hard, flying around, hitting people. What was the tone of practice like?
We tried to keep it as close to in-season practice as possible. We did some individual drills. We did some team drills. We even had on Tuesday, I believe, we had a competition period where we best of 5. Offense has to get 4 yards, defense has to hold them, and the loser runs. Just to try to get some excitement in practice. One day we had 18 kids. I'm out there playing DB. We have another coach playing linebacker. So definitely shorthanded, but on the positive side of that, the kids got to play a ton because I think we were down 14 or 15 guys that either decided not to play or something came up where they couldn't play. But the kids that played obviously played very hard, executed very well. Just shows how great the staff did trying to prep the kids to try to teach them an offense in 4 days. Starting quarterback gets hurt in the third quarter, and we throw a lineman in there, which we knew we could throw because we had a trick play for him to throw once, but we never thought we would throw him in at quarterback. So,
Give me a grade on quarterback play for that kid because I was impressed. I mean, cheeseburger away from 3 bills, right? It's a big kid. He's put together. He's athletic. But he looked light on his feet. He handled the ball well, and he had a beautiful touch on the ball. Give me your impression of what kind of athlete is that? Tell people at home what that takes.
Oh, I mean, it's incredible. And honestly, the most impressive part is just, him getting in the huddle, controlling the huddle, calling the plays, going through the cadence, knowing how to hand the ball off. A lot of kids grow up playing catch so they can throw a ball and catch a ball, but linemen don't know how to control the game and call plays. And it's incredible, and I know he had some fun. He threw a touchdown pass, so it can't get much better than that. So.
Now, you guys had to kick it off a couple extra times because of the competition rule in the All-Star game. But you might not know about this, but him and the other coach, they were working on a rollout play for him. They were going to boot him out and throw it deep to the Mansfield senior offensive lineman. That was the play they were working on.
Yeah, they were trying to do that. We almost called a timeout to go for 2 to try to give the big Mansfield kid a chance. So I said, if we get the ball back, we'll try it. Just tried to let the kids have fun. Obviously, some of these kids are going to continue on next year, so it's always a fine line. You don't want to put them in a position to get injured, but you also want them to have fun. A lot of these kids, this is the last time they're ever going to play football, so hopefully our coaching staff was able to do that and the kids had fun, and it's always fun when you win. So.
Give me your evaluation of Casey, the Clear Fork Impact player of the game, because they said, what position should I put him down for? I said Swiss Army knife. The kid was everywhere. He was breaking up touchdowns. He was scoring touchdowns. Give me your impression of that kid.
Yeah, just a great kid. When we would game plan during the season because we played Clear Fork, he's one of the kids that stood out. He actually had a really good game against us, and he's just a great kid. Shows up. Very smart, knows what to do, and every day we would be shorthanded. Hey, can you play this position? Can you play this position? Yes, coach, I can. And then yesterday, the one kid that was kind of rotating with him hurt his hamstring, so he wasn't here tonight. So I told him, if you need a break on a run play, you just let us know. We'll throw somebody in there. And then for him to bang up his knee, he sat out a lot of the first quarter. He toughed it out, and to play well, I know it's a special night for him to be able to play on this field one more time, and to be able to have that success had to be a good time for him.
Oh, it was so much fun to watch up in the booth because we're looking for the big names. Isaiah Ramsey, obviously. Shelby had some great guys over there. You kept them bottled up all night. Talked about a little about the defensive back play because sometimes those guys were open, and those defensive backs, the kid from Lucas, number 18, can't remember his name off the top of my head right now. He made 2 beautiful plays down here to break it up.
It goes to show how much those kids pay attention, how much they work. And honestly, it's a tremendous shout out to their high school coaches as well because, like I said, we were very shorthanded. There were a lot of plays this week where our corners didn't have anybody to go against if it was a run play. So our DBs did not get a lot of work because our DBs were our receivers, so we didn't have enough guys. So for them to come out and play the way they did, very coachable, very disciplined, just very, very impressive. So shout out to those kids and their high school coaches for teaching them along the way.
Yeah, if Logan Toms doesn't have such a spectacular game, Aiden Culler, number 18 from Lucas, he might be the defensive back of the game because the plays he made, those were touchdowns. Yeah. I mean, you get it in Isaiah Ramsey's hands that far down the field, he's going to score. You can't let him touch the ball. We saw what he did down here on the touchdown. He just was electric. So,
and to be able to do that and not commit pass interference, which is so common with defensive backs in man coverage. I can't think off the top of my head if we had one of those tonight. So very disciplined by those kids. Just awesome performance. So
great, complete team performance. It doesn't get any more team performance than you throw an offensive lineman at quarterback and he leads you to a touchdown and a field goal to seal the victory. Great team performance. Coach Wessler, congratulations on a great victory. I hope you had as much fun coaching as we did watching.
Absolutely. It was a good time for sure.
That's great. This is Zack Truax on OH Report. I'm going to throw it back up to Brian Skowronski in the booth for some final thoughts before we sign off for the night.
All right, appreciate it, Zach, and great interview there with Coach. Just the first year on the job at Pleasant. Had a lot of success. 6 wins, took him into the postseason, and then getting the win here at the All-Star game and some local flavor getting it done, as well as you heard the references to Tom's, who was awarded here tonight. Of course, Casey Swank from right here in Clear Fork. Duke Reese had a phenomenal game too. Gavin Canes as well from Crestview. So a lot of dudes that you're accustomed to seeing right here on our airwaves on the OH Report, saving their best for last as they step foot on the gridiron as high school athletes for the final time here tonight. And there they go, taking off here from the Valley. I want to thank everybody out there for watching tonight, live and free on the OH Report. We could not do it without help from our generous sponsors, though, so a big thank you to our friends over at Alumni Roofing, Burkhart Farm Center, Sutton Bank, of course, Blackstone Insurance as well, who is the title sponsor for the entire event. They help put this thing on, and they do a phenomenal job. For my staff here at the OH Report, Adam Thompson, Zach Truax, Madeline Zazzuto, and Shane Young, I'm Brian Skowronski. Wishing you all a fabulous weekend. Tune in tomorrow, not one but two state semifinal football games on the way. We'll have the Waynedale Golden Bears in their quest for a three-peat against Heath in the early game, and then Hillsdale against Fort Recovery, back-to-back games from Akron, and you can watch it all go down exclusively on the OH Report. But for now, for tonight from the Valley, we're signing out. Good night, everybody.